Hello. Hello, everyone. I've done an amazing job. I can't hear you yet, Baggy. 1 second.
Worries.
Okay. All right. Now
Dude, there's
that
so much to remember.
hold on, I gotta turn you down a little bit. 1 sec. You're a
Uh,
little
yeah,
loud.
there's so many different things that go on going into a
It's
stream.
you know how it always goes. I thought I had everything set up, and then I forgot one thing, and then anyway. So, hello
Yeah.
everyone. Welcome. I'm here with Bill Boy Baggy Pants. Probably just call you Baggy because that's a lot to say. We're here with
Yeah, no,
the
baggy's good.
quarterfinals. First up is going to be, I believe it should be Fairy Lights versus Santa Claus. And I'll go ahead and get ourselves into the drafts. Make sure I got the right drafts. All right, hello everyone. Sorry about that. I again forgot to add all of my audio settings. Can you say something, Maggie? Make sure you're here.
Yeah, I have YouTube up too, so
Okay,
I'm
we're good.
listening to our nice
Anyway, okay, here we
echo.
go. So whatever I said, wasn't important. Whatever I said earlier
Okay,
was not
yeah,
important.
yeah, we're I could hear our echo. We're good.
Okay, we have Santa Claus versus Fairy Lights here. Now, when it comes to these players, I wasn't convinced by any particular guess. Fairy Lights, I did see there was some reason for us to think it was Orico, because Orico likes water and he likes Aztecs. And let me show you what I
Oh, dude, I'm gonna throw it into the self promo as well.
So
Low Elo Legion.
on this map, oh sorry, on this map. Well, this map of players, we have all of the possible options. Now, two of these are guaranteed not options though. We saw Chris in Present and we saw Maxi in Christmas Bell. So we don't really have to worry about either of those players here. And yeah, to be honest, the problem is we had a lot of games in the previous sets where one player looked a lot stronger than the other, which is always going to make them seem like they might be a really strong player, but they could just be against someone who either was a weaker player or struggled on the settings or whatever, you know?
No, there's no like handicap in this,
No, no.
correct?
No, the
Yeah.
only handicap is that you don't know that you're playing against a stronger opponent. I guess if you want to look at it that way.
Oh yeah, it looks like everyone's within like 2 to 300 elo
Yeah, most of the players
and
are
has had similar peaks.
around the same elo, but we have like our
They've all
contenders.
peaked between like
Yeah,
1550 and 1700.
our contenders and our favorites are like I would say the higher rank. They're sort of more. I don't know if I would say they're more likely to win, but maybe more expected to do well. I guess you could say, just
Yeah.
given they're just a little more experienced, a little higher ranked. And I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know who these two players. I think Fairy Lights is a good shot. Could be Orca. Orca likes water, likes Aztec, Siege, Castle Ford. Not a lot of Idol. Or sorry, not a lot of Eco. And Santa Claus could be our base or could be Lorhe. I find Lorhe is going to be hard to spot because you can see his card here where he just like he does like everything. He like plays in every setting. So I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
he's just
that'll
like
make
a
it harder
solid.
to that'll make it hard to catch
Yeah,
someone.
he's just like a
Now,
solid.
Chris, I went by your advice because I think we watched what one set of Chris versus Maxi.
Yeah.
Was that what we cast? Yeah, I'm almost
You
certain we
cast, yeah,
casted a
you
Chris
cast
game.
Sled versus Present. That's right.
No, no,
Sled.
no. The first game we casted together.
Oh,
Yeah, I
did
think that
we?
was a Chris
I
game.
don't remember. I could believe that. I don't remember.
And based off that one game, I guessed Chris.
Yeah, yeah. You can tell. I mean, fair to him. You know, the thing about the like really aggressive players is they're really easy to spot, but they can't really afford to not go for what they're best at. Otherwise, they're gonna like the competition is really close. So
Oh, and it was such a fun series to watch
yeah.
too. Like, oh my gosh. It was just straight off the bat, 8 minutes in, rush the enemy.
I mean, Chris put
Win
up a
or
good
lose by
fight.
20 minutes.
Yeah, because he
Oh yeah.
won. He took him to the last game, the fifth game. So
Oh yeah.
Sled didn't have had. I say Sled did have issues. I would say beating, which is kind of the thing. Is like that. I wonder if that tells us it is Lorhe or not. You would imagine he might be able to be more comfortable in any like defensive setting, but maybe also he hasn't seen a Sicilian Donjon Rush because he's really high elo. You know, I don't know. Hard to say.
Most of what I know about these players, I've learned from T90 videos and community games and stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely recognize a few of them from seeing them
Yeah,
in those throughout the years.
know most of these people from just being in a lot of community tournaments, but I know like Lorhe plays in a lot of T90 commie games. Arbase, of course, is
Hmm.
an admin. I don't know if Arbase
Oh
actually
yeah.
played in any of those commie games.
I've definitely seen Airbase play in some games, and Lurhay is definitely a name I've recognized very well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what his play style is though, but I mean, if you look at his player card, which is what the player submitted these to be clear, it says plays
Plays
everything,
everything.
late surrenders, latesville, stay idle. I mean, that doesn't tell us that much, and then save is random, so I don't know. But yeah, I think he's
Let
just
skills stay idle too. That just depends on how you feel about. Some people are fine with one idleville, and they'll be like, you know what, my economy was efficient.
yeah,
Some
maybe
people, one idleville would think that, it was the end of the world.
and maybe he doesn't have auto refresh on farm, so he just like those are the idle bills that sit there for a little bit. Anyway, so let's
He's
let's
he's playing the classic Age of
yeah
Kings.
yeah let's take a look back at the draft here. So we have you said it was Santa Claus would be player one, Fairy Lights is player two. Is that correct? I think that's right.
Yes, Fairy Lights definitely has Berbers as a pick.
Okay,
That's
so take a look here. We have on the maps. Actually, here, let me make sure this is a little bit bigger. This isn't the best setup, but the map says admin pick is going to be this is best of five. Also, if I didn't mention that, we got Winter Lakes will be our first pick. Then we got Rock Slide for Santa Claus, Vinland Saga for Santa Claus, and Northern Isles and Arctic Circle for Fairy Light. So Fairy Light's going for more water. And picked Aztecs again. That's very sus and does make me think this is Orico.
oh
um,
gosh, these are some fun maps though.
Santa Claus, though, I have no idea. Spanish is a good nomad civ. Winter Lakes is a nomad start. Uh, I mean, Japanese are a good water civ, I guess. Romans can be a good water civ. It
I mean,
still
it seems
doesn't.
like they got a pretty good spread of civilizations.
Yeah,
Like, it
I
doesn't seem like they're going for any one place. I mean, as far as I can tell.
yeah, but I think. Now, I don't know if you watched the set between Fairy Lights, and I think it was. Actually, I don't remember who it was. Sorry, I don't want to disrespect the other. I don't remember who the player was, but in the set where Fairy Lights played, it did seem like they're Orico, and this draft makes you think they're Orico again. So you'll see. We'll see how they play, but I'm expecting
Mm.
when they play on water, they're going to be the more dominant player, and when they have control, instead of adding eco, they're going to forward siege the other opponent's island, especially on Northern Isles. That's what I'm expecting.
All right, so it should be a fun one.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
I feel like any player could pick Santa Claus's Civ drafts. I'm not sure who would random into Bohemians though. That's funny. I mean,
Remember,
maybe
guys, offense is the best eco.
they both banned Georgians, which means they know what's good. I don't know which of these maps have you seen, Baggy?
Uh, let's see. I mean, I gotta think I've seen all these, I think, throughout the years. I've watched enough Age of Empires. I've never played on any of these
Yeah.
that I remember. Um, but I love this type of like entertaining map where there's a bit more going on than like on your classic Arabia. That really just kind of throws off what you'd see in a normal Age of Empires game.
So we'll definitely see on Winter's Lakes. I think Winter Lakes is a pretty fun map, which it actually is going to be in a upcoming community tournament. I think is the 7 PS from Practice Squad. We'll see. But so basically,
So what is Winter Lakes based on? Is
so
it four lakes
it's
or
kind of like Four Lakes in a way, but it's like a
yeah?
nomad start. So the way it works is the lakes can be in the four corners, like Four Lakes. You can have
Mhm.
two like equal bar like streams of water. You can have a few lakes in the middle. There's several different
Oh, so it's
generations.
always
Yeah,
okay,
but
that's cool.
it's always like different ponds of water. So the water is definitely important no matter what, especially in a nomad setting where your eco is a little more
I think there
chaotic.
should be more maps with like a unique type of generation system like that.
I
That's
think
not
they're
really,
yeah, I think they're super
hyper
cool.
random, but
I think the
yeah,
problem often is, at least for competitive play, there's a lot of
balance.
volatility. But
Yeah,
I think you can be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of maps out there that are confined to just community tournaments. So I don't know. But
yeah.
and
Which are generally some of the most exciting maps.
yeah, and so Rockslide is kind of like enclosed, but it has a water around the center. Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is an interesting one. It has three boars, and we saw one player who didn't take any of them. But still got to feud on a good time, which is impressive. So I'm
Oh
expecting though,
gosh.
I'm expecting both players to get all the boars, or at least two of them, because
Yeah,
we're going to the
I'm not
quarterfinals.
big on pushing deer, but I will always get my boars.
Yeah, I think. Oh, you know what's interesting? I just realized Fairlight sniped Armenians. Who would do that? Armenians are not seen as a great civ, but
Maybe they have
hmm.
a idea of who they're playing against, or maybe they just don't like Armenians. Yeah.
I mean, I
Uh,
guess they're strong on
who
water.
hates fortified churches?
Well, both of them they banned Georgians.
Oh yeah.
But that's interesting. I mean, it could be because Orico is quite experienced on water and
Mm.
knows Armenians are a real big threat. I don't know if Santa Claus knows how to play Armenians that well, but I mean, it is a good pick for water settings, I guess. So I don't. I guess we'll see.
Now, does Vinland Saga not lend itself as well to being a water
There
map?
is
It looks
no
like
water. It's actually all ice. Yeah, there's no
oh,
actual
okay.
water. Well, you'll see
Yeah,
when we get
from
into
the
it.
zoom out.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, but
So
basically,
you can't dock the ice either.
no. So basically, you have like you're kind of on a little ice patch, like so you can farm around your TC, but then pretty much everything is in the center. There's like a center big
Oh,
section with all
it's
the
just
res.
terrain that stops you from
Yeah.
building, basically.
So you have to expand pretty much, which can be dangerous, like if there's scouts out, for example.
Like migration, kind of.
Yeah. Um, yeah, kind of like migration in a sense, but without the water.
But migration over an ice bridge,
Right,
like
exactly.
when people cross in
It's
North
the Vinland
America.
Saga, yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah, I
right, yeah.
mean,
All right, this makes sense.
when you look at what do you think of these Civ drafts? Like, who do you think is a stronger draft here?
That's a tough question. Normally I would ask you.
Yeah, but in your professional opinion.
I would go with Fairy Lights because they picked Mongols and Goths, and
Oh, that's
those are two
true.
of the three civs I know how to play.
Let's see, Mongols. Are
Oh,
they?
also
Oh,
Portuguese, like, because I can't stand organ guns.
Portuguese are good here, but I think they might be played on a water map instead. Um,
Mm,
Now the Mongols and Goth is interesting, actually. I'm trying to
those are
think.
not water civs.
No, there is some hunt on Vinland Saga. There's three boars on Vinland Saga, so that
Mm,
could be a big deal. But I mean, if you go fast feud into scouts, that can be a problem on that map, I think. Rock slide is actually there's more. It's more about the shorefish and the like
mm.
ring of water. Oh, you know, okay. Baggy. Here, I'm gonna say I have a prediction, and the Twitch has gone into the game, so I'm gonna say the prediction, and we'll get into the first game.
All right, here we
Um,
go.
there was a show match between, I think it was ACCM and Vinchester, I think. And I don't know if they actually played this, but on Rockslide it was a galley war, and they said how like having caravels from the Portuguese on that map would destroy your opponent because they have pass-through damage like on Scorpions, and it goes through the whole map.
Oh,
So that might be for Rockslide. We'll
oh,
see. We'll see if that happens. I'm not sure.
that'd
But
be awesome. All right,
let's
see.
let's go ahead and get into the game here.
Yeah, just let me know when you hit 20 seconds. Just say go, and I'll make sure I'm at the same time.
Yeah. So, make sure I got everything running here. I haven't broken something somehow. And okay, 20 seconds. You said.
Yeah, everything looks good.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and we'll get countdown. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So, we have
Here we go.
Winter Lakes. Now, on this map, as I said, it is a little volatile. We have here in the orange Santa Claus with the Spanish, a great nomad pick, and Fairy Lights with the Berbers. Now, I think Fairy
These
Lights.
are some close starts.
Yeah, these actually have been really close, and there's going to be a lot of fighting for these little ponds, I think. You guys see, we got the 4-4 spawning here. We got 4 in the middle, 4 in the corners. Oh, look on the top left pond in the center. They've docked the same pond.
Oh, shoot.
So
Oh my gosh, they're just gonna be fighting over the same ponds the entire game.
that's going
I
to be
bet
a
you
big
a
deal.
second dock goes in that pond between them as well.
Yeah. Now,
I want to see some fast fires coming out.
I don't know if you've watched any of the WWC matches, but on Nomad, Spanish is a typical pick. You know, fast castle to conks is a great move. With the fish, it can be big too. And I have a feeling Fairy Lights picked Berbers to try and counter the Spanish here. We'll see how that goes. So the Berbers
How
are
do Berbers counter the Spanish?
well, they have good option, like good stable options. So cheaper camel, cheaper knights, and they do have genitors, which is a more mobile skirm, which in theory does. I've actually never seen them versus conks, but in theory they should do well, I guess. I don't know actually. I legitimately never seen them match up, but generally.
You kind of cut out, dude, for a second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm kind of stretching the limits of my computer, so I apologize if I start cutting up. I'll see if I can do something about it at some point, but for now we'll just
You gotta
try
get
not.
you an Ethernet, man.
Well,
You got an Ethernet?
there's no Ethernet port near where my setup is. Like I don't have a
Oh yeah,
port
yeah.
close enough, unfortunately.
That'll cause an issue.
That would be ideal, but yeah. But
I mean, it looks like you're sending up to 1080p
ooh,
video, which might be part of the issue.
I might need to lower the settings, perhaps. We'll see. Well, we'll stick to this game for if we have disastrous.
If you bring that down to 720, that might help you out a lot.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Hold on.
But also it depends on the viewer. Yeah.
I'll figure this out after this game, unless like we can't run anything at all. Like,
But no worries. Let's just keep going. You've just cut out once so far, so we should be fine.
if I keep cutting out, then we'll pause and I'll try to figure things out. That's a problem. But right now,
Yeah,
not too
we're all
much
good.
going on. We do have again, like yeah, as you said, we're gonna see some fighting on that pond for sure because although I think only Teal has spotted the opponent. Because if you look at Santa Claus's
You know what? You're
scouting-
probably just cutting out on Discord anyway. They can probably still hear you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not much scouting, yeah, for Santa Claus.
That's kind of a problem.
But I also, whenever I get into nomad games without a scout at the start, I'm always just like, okay, well, how do I even try to scout at this point? Do
Well,
I waste a vil and go look
Yeah,
for sheep?
I
or
think
do
you
just
do.
put everyone on wood.
I think you have to go Sandeville and like grab a sheep or something because the vision is super important, especially to know where your opponent
Grab a
is.
boar, yeah. I mean, luckily they both started right on berry.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's an interesting berry mod. Is that a Christmas mod?
Yeah, it's the, presents here. Unfortunately, present got knocked out, but still
Yeah.
here in
Okay,
spirit.
I like that. That's cool.
It is nice to have the berry bushes. And the scouting, I think, is going to make a big difference here because Fairy Lights has already scouted the opponent's dock and the opponent's TC. Or actually, well,
Oh gosh, wait, does Santa Claus know that they're docked on the same
I don't think so. I don't think they've spotted it. From at least what we can tell from the scouting or from the vision.
Yeah,
They don't
oh yeah,
know.
they have no clue. They're just going all in, eco, protect that Ville. Yeah. Well, wait, I guess they just found the opponent's TC. It looks like by their scouting. It looks like they lost a sheep or something.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be suspicious. They'll know that their opponent is in that direction at least. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it looks like they lost a sheep down there.
oh, you see, there's
And they're
actually
about to lose another.
there's a cow going south for Santa Claus, but if it just went north of their dock, it's right there. Oh, I think this is also
Yeah.
a situation where you
Okay,
you should scout with your fishing ship. That's all I was gonna say.
Now let's see what happens. Is Fairy Light's gonna hit fires right when they click up?
I mean,
That could be big.
I'd be surprised.
If Fairy Lights goes right into fires, Santa Claus has no clue.
I'd be surprised if they
take out
didn't. Yeah. It's also 5 fishing ships.
Fish.
Yeah, this is not.
Alright. I think Santa Claus can see them now.
Yeah. But I mean, Santa Claus is just gonna have to give them up because we're clicking up to Trudel now, a minute 30 seconds afterwards. So there's like no chance. There's no chance we can contest on the water, and it's just gonna try and get up to Castle Age.
Yeah.
Have you seen any? I haven't seen any Vills on stone. Have you?
No, everyone's got 0 on stone. No one's collected any. Somehow Fairy Lights has spent 5 stone. I
Oh,
don't know.
there must have been
is
an
that
outpost.
an outpost is 5
Yeah.
stone.
I'm not sure where that even is though.
Always good to see outposting.
Big fan of outposts.
I never outpost, but I know that outposting's important.
Yeah, especially on a nomad setting.
And I like to see it when other people do it. Yeah.
So
And this is perfect for Fairy Lights. I mean, the Fairy
Yeah.
Lights knows exactly how to set up their bases right now to just kind of create a choke point right near Santa Claus.
yeah,
Set that outpost up and just start streaming in some military.
and if you look at the pond back, right, like these fishing ships are gonna die. There's nowhere to even run. There's no way Santa Claus can contest, and is not going to. And they don't have the gold yet, or even the wood to drop their market blacksmith. It'll come soon, but Fairy Lords, I don't know what that is. Has a forward range, so
Fairy Alerts.
Fairy Lords has a forward
Be
range.
alert, dude. The world needs more alerts.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sorry, that's a joke my uncle used to always tell me. I never understood it.
Yeah, me neither. I was just gonna let it slide, but then you brought it up. Now we have to sit with that. That's okay. We're actually popcat for Fairy Lights. We're gonna go under the TC.
Is that a
looks
market
like.
coming up right now?
Yeah, that's a market.
This is a market.
That is super annoying with the archer,
Nah,
but
market's
market's up.
always one of my favorite things.
Like to
Market's
use
by
or
far the best way to balance your eco.
well, up to a point.
Oh yeah.
At some point,
And I'm terrible at balancing my eco. So.
yeah. At some point, the rates get really bad, but if you play Saracens, then I guess you're fine.
I was in a 3v3 game with Technogore and Matt the other day. I think I got the price of stone up to 500.
Oh god, yeah, that's horrendous. Yeah, especially in a
I did
multiplayer game. It's many player, not multiplayer.
I did drop 30 castles though.
Okay, well then you are. That's just you. That's just you're to blame. You rose the prices of stone. So Santa Claus is going up to Castle H. Will get the stone, and the question is, what will fairy lights do? Because they definitely know this is coming. They knew it was coming. They were ready for it. They put some aggression on. I think.
Let's see where he's gonna send the vills from.
I think
If he sends those stone vills, that's a far way for them to walk. That's just an extra delay.
it's, the thing is that fairy lights still needs to get some vision up north, I think, because Santa Claus can redock in like a corner pond, and that's a big deal for conch production because they are expensive. Oh, we see stone walls. But
Nah, I totally agree with what you said, but yeah, you are cutting out on Discord sometimes. So if I ever don't
unfortunate.
respond to like a question or something,
it's like I'll assume
Just by the
you're just
way.
like you don't want to deal with me. Well, I guess after this game, I'll check things
Yeah.
out. See,
I'm just slow.
yeah, there's probably something going on with my, I don't know, just my computer and my
No
connection are
worries.
being strained here, but it's all right.
Yeah, if I don't answer a question, just assume what my answer would be.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so castle is coming up here. Like I
It'll
said,
probably be I don't know.
yeah, fair enough. Won't be stopped. Now, what do you think about this, Baggy? We have stone walls, but we're not
All
fully
right,
stone
this is
walled.
a very defensive castle.
Yeah.
That's an interesting pick. I mean, it protects the stone and gold, but doesn't really do much else.
I think it's actually pretty good.
I mean, from my opinion.
It's a pretty good spot, but
Okay.
it doesn't cover the gold that already has a mining camp, which is awkward because you have to spend another 100 wood, which is like you don't really want to do that. You're really strained for res right now, and we have 0 on food, so we have 1 conch out, but just 1 conch is not that threatening.
We got the conchs out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. That's why it's a good spot for the castle. Because we're just doing the castle for conchs.
Yeah. That's right.
I was thinking forward castle, drop on enemies, TC into GG, you know?
Although that would like kill your opponent, it's like way too risky without any army. Oh,
Yeah.
Fairy Light is on steel. Or, oh my god,
Both
steel.
docking the same.
Stone. And redocking. I'm like way off
Yeah,
today.
that would be a strong castle.
Steel castle. Okay. Oh no, Santa Claus, go all the way around. There's no walls on the other
Sorry,
side.
you get the steel castle right after you age up from the discovery
Yeah,
age into
to like the industrial age or whatever.
the industrial age.
So we got Inquisition for Santa Claus.
All right, they're at 650, so they can drop a castle. That's pretty good.
Eh?
Nah. And then the technology age. Or
Okay.
space age, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
It's kind of like
digress. That's
Rise
other
of
games.
Nations. Like Rise of Nations goes
Oh, yeah.
through, or like Empire Earth. They both go through like the quote unquote primitive. I don't know what you call it. Like caveman, up through like space age.
the age of the steel
Right.
castles.
The age of the streamer. Now we have a
All right.
landing.
So this is a good castle from fairy lights to protect sort
Right.
of their entire eco. Like that's pretty nice with the conchs on the way.
And
The conchs can definitely still run around and get some damage on those berries and gold.
the thing is, this is 2 conchs.
Conchs.
It's like just 2.
Yes.
And our opponent's gonna have Camo Archer. So
Now I do like this pick from Santa Claus though to build the transport. Like I think that
I
was
do like
brilliant
that. That's really
on
smart.
one of the walls.
the only problem you're gonna run into is your opponent has oh, but they have Monk for the fire ship. That's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, and they got their but that's an upgraded fire.
Yeah, you can't fight that with your
Oof.
galley.
Can't do much against a monk though.
Eh?
It's just gonna be running back and forth between the 2 monks. They're just
Okay.
gonna be juggling it.
Yeah. It's actually I mean, Santa Claus even got Inquisition, which lowers the like conversion time. So that's actually a pretty good option here.
Where's Santa Claus? Santa Claus must be working on eco right now, because their eyes are not on, or they're looking. Oh, they must be looking at their conchs.
Yeah, that's gonna be like
Their
the
eyes
main
are not on
focus.
these monks and boats.
If you're Santa Claus right now and you lose these conchs, like it's game over because your opponent has a better eco than you. This is like your lifeline.
I do like the decision now to put that fire just on the wall.
That's smart, yeah.
That
One day it will destroy
down.
it.
I love you seeing players use the monk to actually heal up their units.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we're going in for the monk. Oh, we get a conversion though.
Oh.
I don't know if diving for the monk was worth it there.
Ooh.
I don't know. Hard to say. Then again, if you if you
That's a pretty even fight.
if you kill military from Santa Claus, it's better for you as Fairy Lights because it's harder for them to replace it. And we have the second TC coming down. Now that was super late, which is an Orico thing to do. Like this TC could have been added way earlier, but
Yo, I will be right back. I gotta go blow my nose.
yeah, go ahead, no problem.
Don't want to do it on stream.
Yeah, that's fair. We have a second monastery coming up now. Floating a lot of gold, actually. I think Santa Claus definitely wants to go for more monks, which is not a bad option here, to be honest, because your conchs don't match up too favorably against the camo archers here, especially with Bodkin. If they got Bodkin and Bloodlines and Ballistics, they would be extra nasty, I would say. And University is coming up for Ballistics, it looks like. A lot on gold here. It looks like Santa Claus is taking after Baggy's way of balancing the eco, which is through the market. Conch's looking for damage, but again, it's only 3 conchs. This is not that threatening. Santa Claus is running into the problem. Ooh, I like this though. You dive in close. Well, again, did I like that?
Here for either of these players.
Hey, welcome back, Baggy. I don't know if you saw that, but once again, Fairy Lights dove for the monk, and it cost way too much because it actually lost 2 camo archers to conversions, and the conch got a lot of free shots off.
Did they even get a monk?
I think yeah, they did kill 1 monk.
Still got.
But
Okay.
now we have missionaries out, which we never see.
What's the difference? I've always wondered, like,
So missionaries.
what's the difference between a missionary and
I'll
a
tell you the
monk?
difference. Basically, they move faster. They actually benefit from husbandry. Their like range is way worse. It's actually buffed by Inquisition by 1. But generally, they're not used because of their range. Like that's kind of the most important thing you want. But they are more mobile, so actually they're a little better to use with your.
Wait,
conchs.
do they take longer to convert?
No,
Did
it's
you
the
say
same.
that?
It's the same as a monk. It's just a range.
Oh,
Like the conversion range.
you cut out there for a second, so I had to
Sorry.
like fill the gaps with my.
I'm making you play like you know, I would say, I don't know what I could say. Some
I
guessing.
got a
game.
hand pad behind my back.
Now, Becca, I want to get your opinion on this second castle that Fairy Lights
Yeah.
dropped.
No, it's exciting.
Like, what do you think about the second castle?
I would have been more aggressive. I mean, it protects the same stuff, right?
I think it's bad.
It looks like they dropped it to make sure they could hold that gold, but I think it would have been more useful just to drop it in another location and take a
Yeah, I think it's a bad choice.
gold. A few thousand left. Yeah, 1,400 left on that gold in their base.
I think you should use it to secure some more res. Like, it doesn't really...
All the castle really does is take out that market.
Right, which is not that useful. And that was actually your own market that got converted anyway, so... So...
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, they should have taken more map control, I believe.
I agree. I mean, you already secured another goal with your second TC even, so you could go, like, further left or something. You have stone walls. And I think it was a panic castle, to be honest with you. But, that being said, Fairy Lights is still in a good spot. We're down to 2 conchs, 3 missionaries, 2 monks, and a cam archer for Santa Claus. So, not a great, not great options, I would say. We are going up to Imp for Santa Claus. But we have 13 Game Archers now for Fairy Lights. Okay, we're getting some conversions, but we get some nice shots off. We're gonna lose some Cam Archers.
Yeah.
It's still probably fine for Fairy Lights,
My
but...
God, that was not worth it.
For which
I
player?
don't know. I don't think that was worth it. He took out two conks and gave him two camel archers.
Yeah, I think...
So basically Fairy Lights just went in and lost units.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to be that aggressive here because you have a better eco, right? You just need to hold your position.
Yeah. Well, I think Fairy Lights just went too far forward and should not have gone under that TC.
Or if you're going to go, I think...
gone into the GD.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're going to do that, you should fully commit and just try and kill every single monk. Because at that point, you're like, okay, I'm gonna lose some to conversions. Maybe I can at least kill all of the monks.
Yeah. Now this monk mass is getting up there. All right, who the hell would use missionaries?
That's a good
how
question.
You'll figure out who Santa Claus is.
Who would use missionaries?
The
I don't
only
know.
player in the pool who's ever used missionaries.
Superhero does like monks, but I don't know if Superhero likes Spanish. So, hard to say.
You know, I don't think I've ever watched an Age of Empires game where someone actually went missionaries. I've
Yeah,
seen people
it's-
make them. I've never seen someone mass them.
It's super rare.
I like it.
I think if you go printing block here for the extra conversion range, for sure, as Santa Claus, you're floating 700 gold, so you may as well.
Oh.
Yeah, we do have...
It's up to Imp. 72 Vils.
We do have
3 TCs, like...
6...
Santa Claus has to do something here quick, or else 3 TCs is just gonna get away from them.
Yeah, and your opponent's been on 3 TCs for like a while, so... I don't know what the Imperial Age was. I mean, they got chemistry. I mean, we're seeing a cannon galleon, which I do like, but I think...
It's not just that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And Fairy Lights is good at operating those. Fairy Lights is good at operating those TCs. No, dude, I can't tell when I'm interrupting you sometimes.
No worries. It's definitely a problem. I'm gonna have to fix this after this game, but here we are. See, look. Why did we not get printing block? Do we not know how to play monks? We're not even producing out of the monasteries. So this makes me think Santa Claus isn't really a monk player, but just like, you know, went for it. Was thinking like, all right, I don't really have many conks, but maybe I can just go full missionary. No printing block?
Oh shoot, dude! I just unmuted the. I unmuted the YouTube and I realized how much of your dialogue I'm actually like missing.
I know, it's really bad.
Via Discord.
I have to fix it. Okay, we see printing block now, or block printing, but it's like
No,
super
it's okay.
late.
I mean, they're hearing you. That's the important.
As long as they're hearing someone and it's not just like cutting out and it's just silence
There we
different
go.
segments. That
Now
would be
they
the
know
worst.
how to play monks.
But like they're not producing out of the monasteries. Like if you're gonna go, you need like 20 of these missionaries.
Yeah.
So the cannon galleons are up. But
I think as the game gets more intense and there's more for you to run on your side, I might be missing more audio.
yeah, it could be. I wouldn't be surprised. I actually had this problem when I was co-casting with, I think it was Tea Time, which actually, that VOD is completely silent, unfortunately. But we would cut out a lot, and it's like hard to
Wait,
tell when.
this, can you get on the Discord or
See supremacy now from Santa Claus. But there's 8 light cab now and about 20 camo archers in, so... And Fairy Lights is even floating res, so I think it's pretty over for Santa Claus now. I'm not really sure what they can do to come back in this situation.
Yeah, I don't see any chance now that the eco's at 40. Santa Claus needed to push the issue earlier with the conks and monks. Which just, yeah, it wasn't quick enough with it.
Yeah, I think also Fairy Lights knew what was happening. Like, knew what the game plan was from the beginning. We see the second and third TC added for Santa Claus now, but it's like super late and our opponent has Trebs already.
Yo, you just solo cast the rest of this game? Because I'm really cutting out.
That's alright.
I'll yell
That's
if
fair,
I
that's
see
fair.
anything important.
I don't blame you. We'll finish this game up and then I'll try and sort things out. It's alright. But yeah, I mean, I think this game is pretty much done. I think it's been done for a while.
Yeah, I'll yell loud if I notice it.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that, bad guy. Wasn't anticipating things to go wrong, but here, that's how it goes. But now, actually, okay, we didn't even convert that light cab, we just killed it. But now, at this point, Fairy Lights has cheaper light cab, has a bunch of camo archers, and we have 8 missionaries, which aren't actually even doing anything right now. And now we're even getting heresy for Fairy Lights, so like that's 1,000 gold to drop, but it is pretty much guaranteed the missionaries are gonna do nothing else. I mean, I think there's Fairy Lights, you can even just dive and kill all the missionaries there with the light cab, but being safe, which, fair enough. We're also missing some upgrades on our light cab. Not a huge deal. Now we're adding barracks for
no need for Fairy Lights to be no need for Fairy Lights to be aggressive here at all. I mean,
Yeah.
they know they got double the score. They just gotta be safe, and their eco is clearly rolling them towards a victory. All right, here the dive comes.
I think Fairy Lights is just trying to finish the game here, because like maybe Santa Claus doesn't realize.
Still fighting.
Yeah, it's supremacy vills, but the camo archers are gonna kill them. 9 damage on those vills, actually. It's pretty good. 80 HP. So they're good against the light cap, but not against the camo archers.
Damn.
And now our...
If only you could set them on attack stance.
I know, yeah. It would make them OP. Yeah, now our military for Santa Claus is 1 fire ship. So I think we're kind of out of options here. And yeah, the GG is
49
called.
vills.
So I think you kind of basically said it earlier, Baggy. I think Fairy Lights knew that the game plan for what the game plan for the Spanish was and disrupted things and just hold things up, and then Santa Claus just didn't find an opening, didn't get the conks out really, and then yeah, they were able to win. So
Maybe it was a good second castle.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it was fine in the end, but I think they had a good position anyway. All right, so let me see here. I guess I'll just let you folks sit on the draft here. So we have a win for, which one is this? A win, oops, that's not right. We have a win for Santa Claus here. All right, so let me see if I can figure things out here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hopefully, things are slightly less horrific now. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, everything was fine the first time.
Okay. All
Honestly, they
right.
probably
Hello,
wanted less of
everyone.
me.
So, we're into game number 2. All right. We'll start at. I'll get to 20 seconds, then we can count down. So we have,
Yeah, just let me know when you hit it.
once again, Fairy Lights
I'll
versus
I'll
Santa
do it.
Claus, of course. Same players. And I'm on 20 seconds. So, we have in the orange, Santa Claus, lost game number 1 in the Romans, and Fairy Lights with the Portuguese in the teal. And we're on rock site. So if you zoom out, if you've ever seen enclosed, you can see it's kind of like that, where your starting TC is in this little like cluster of wood, right? And you kind of have to expand out to the edges for most of the res. Important thing to note, all of the stone is on like the very edge. It's behind trees. So you actually have to chop through those trees to get to the stone. And then we have a single bore, and we do have shorefish and water. And we do see Portuguese pick for Fairy Light. So we'll see, Baggy, if I'm vindicated.
Oh yeah, the caravel.
Yeah.
Let's see, let's see. Also, what I did notice about this map versus normal enclosed, it definitely looks like it's a lot harder to wall up because you have
Hmm.
no access to stone or gold or
Yeah.
anything near
The
your TC.
the stone is a really big deal actually, because even if say you're ahead, you can't just drop a castle to defend a position. It takes a while to chop through this stone. Or sorry, chop through the
Yeah.
stone. My God, sorry, I am all out. Chop through the wood. My bad. To get to the stone takes a while. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, you might as well just but do both these guys have onagers? You might as well just wait on an onager.
It's honestly like not a
Got
bad
your way
idea.
through.
Like it's not honestly been a bad idea. You can just sort of maybe you can drop you drop two TCs and that can be your defensive position. Um, and then use navy, and I think
Yeah.
so. That is kind of the question here. I think you kind of should go navy here. If you go navy and your opponent doesn't, I think you just win the game. So, because I think it just controls too much of the map to not build some galleys. Or even fires
Yeah.
if you want, but I think galleys are going to be better.
It's always that question, right? How big does the center lake or center area need to be? Like how much control does that water need to give you for it to actually be worth it to
Right.
go and try and win, like fully win that water control and go all in on it? Because sometimes players will go all in to win the water control, and then their opponent will just, sit themselves around the outside of the map on areas where you can't be reached by water and
Yeah.
just outlast their opponent until their opponent has no more fish to get and has no economy outside of, what's on water.
Yeah. And I think on this map, the main thing is the fact that you have to expand to the outside, and like the water literally covers the whole map. Like, I mean, if you had a TC like in the back corner, it can't reach that. But it just gives you so much map control. And we do see a dock from both players, so.
Yeah. Well, it goes like, yeah, you can reach the vast majority of the map if you can get out cannon galleons.
Right. Exactly. And I don't know. I really don't see Romans on water that often. I know they get extra armor on their ships, but it's just kind of rare we see them. The Portuguese.
Well, they got that caravel, right?
Oh, that's the Portuguese.
Oh, but don't Romans have a special ship, right?
They have no, they don't actually. They do have
Maybe I'm
I think you've mixed things up because they have
I think I'm
stronger
thinking of the Athenians.
they have stronger scorpions, and the Portuguese have the caravel, which is like a scorpion on water.
Well, but don't Romans have a replacement for the cannon galleon?
Oh, you mean the droman? Yeah, they do have that.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah, but that's not unique to the Romans because other Civs have Droman, like the Goths, for example, or the Armenians have Droman as well.
I like that switch. That was a cool historical context switch.
I think it's also, uh, I mean, so the Droman is quite strong. It doesn't, especially with the timing, because it doesn't require chemistry. So you can get it out faster than your opponent can get Cannon Galleon. Unless you're Turks. Then you could get Cannon Galleon instantly. Because you get chemistry for free. So you do see...
An interesting pick on this map.
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen that, but it's an interesting thought. We do see 2 docks from both players. And actually, Santa Claus is up to Feudal first, which is interesting. I'm not sure I would have expected that, because I was expecting Fairy Lights to be a little better on water, but I guess we'll see how they can go. So the galleys will be out first for Santa Claus, which is actually kind of a big deal. I also see a barracks from Fairy Lights, which is interesting. So you can see how Fairy Lights is producing galleys now, but the opponent already has... Well, yeah, should have 2 galleys out and is now producing the second batch. And we actually towered. I think you kind of have to do this.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of far behind to Feudal Age. You know your opponent's going to have the galleys out first, so I think that's smart. It's like... It kind of sucks. Because I was talking about with the stone. But I think you kind of have to do that here. And not just lose access to your...
Oh, yeah.
Santa Claus is doing it too. Okay, these players have done their homework.
Ooh. They just gotta drop a tower in the middle that your opponent never pays any attention to, and it slowly just degrades your enemy's health every time they try to send ships over.
Not a bad idea. They might miss a lot of shots, but...
Well, you know, ballistics.
True. Ballistics and Feudal Age. So we have 132 HP galleys versus galleys with extra pierce armor. I don't know who would win in this context. But we do have 4 versus 1. Let's be 5 galleys even for Santa Claus, so... So it looks like Santa Claus knows their stuff on water so far. We'll see how things go. I know you're really excited by naval combat, Baggy.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. No, I can go into details one day about my issues with naval combat.
I think my
basically
issues...
it comes down to the fact everything's the same speed, or almost the same speed.
If you ever try to play on water, you get to War Galley and Galleon, they're horrific to micro as well. Galleys are not so bad.
Yeah.
The funny thing here is, like, there's actually very little space to micro around, but the galleys just give so much control. And we just see Fairy Lights go for a little sneak galley there to maybe just do some scouting, find some damage, but there was a tower, so.
Oh yeah. Smart tower. Did their homework.
Yeah, both players are pretty safe here. We're taking a lot of damage on our ships for Santa Claus, actually. So, things look kind of awkward.
Yeah. Fairy Lights has definitely been microing the galleys a little more closely.
I agree, yeah. And with the tower, it's just like a nice thing to have. Like, occasionally your tower gets an extra hit in. So, Santa Claus needs to be careful here.
Santa Claus really walled up there.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if this is necessary, to be honest. Like, is your opponent really going to go for land military? And you need to break out at some point anyway.
Like, what are you even protecting there? The berries?
Yeah, the berries are about to run out too, so not that valuable, to be honest. Market coming for Fairy Lights. Some more scuffling. Again, this tower makes things really awkward for Santa Claus. I mean, some nice dodging from both players, but the reinforcement is a lot quicker for Fairy Lights, so we just seen kind of more Navy for them in the same spot. And now we have a bunch of idle Berryvilles. That needs to get sorted out.
Yeah. We're at worker efficiency last minute. Oof.
Oh god, 40?
54%.
Yeah. See 50% worker efficiency right now. At least in the Romans, you work faster, so... Oh, but Fairleigh is up to Castle Age first.
Oof. It's gonna be a hard push once they get those galleys out. Or once they get
The
those,
war galleys,
I don't know
yeah,
what's
yeah.
next.
I know what you're yeah, no, I don't blame you. It's war galleys.
Whatever the upgrade is.
It's a war galley, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Fairlight is picking off some of Santa Claus's galleys that went around the other side. But now we're diving the tower. I don't think this is worth.
No. Interesting. It'd be, oh, what, if Fairy Lights can trap them there in the fight? No. Okay.
I feel like Santa Claus is trying to push the issue too much and is taking too much damage on their galleys.
Yeah, I agree. I think Santa Claus might be a little intimidated by what they know from last game Fairy Lights can do as far as eco.
Yeah, and also I think Santa Claus might know that their opponent is a really good water player and doesn't want to, like, wanted to get an advantage early on. But... hasn't really happened for them. And now we're going to be behind in age. And we're actually really behind in age. We're, like, still far from aging up.
Well, yeah, I haven't even clicked up. That's rough, especially on a water fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, see, okay, here come the caravels. All right, Baggy, I was right about something.
Oof. Here we go.
Oh, and this
is exciting.
That's going to be a really big deal with these choke points. Oh, see, Santa Claus wants to push the issue because they know they're behind in age, but you're going to lose so much. The caravels are going to destroy your galleys. Yeah. Oh.
And they're going to take this fight under the tower as well.
Oh, that's
like,
so bad.
This is not a fun one for them.
Hey, look at those caravels. Yeah.
Perfectly for the caravels too.
They're destroying. And calls the GG.
Yep. I think that was. I was just thinking a minute ago, like this game is over. I think that was a good time to call the GG.
So, man, I mean, yeah, the caravels are really strong here. I think. I mean, so if you look at how much your ships bunch up, they can just shred through everything. So, I can see why Santa Claus felt the pressure, but I think acted a little too rashly because, like, kept trying to, like, get pigs, get some damage, but kept taking damage from the tower between the galleys and just never got through. I think you just had to, like, try and get the castle age at a good time. Maybe go for some siege or something, you know? I don't know. I mean, Or
I don't even know what you do once they get those caravels out.
Monks, I guess, because you could convert them. Or if
this map's just so tough once you lose water.
Yeah, you could try for demos. I mean, you could get some demo because, like, they're gonna bunch up. You don't have caravel, but you can use a demo. Oh wait, you can.
That is the one thing I love about water naval battles is demos.
But you know what,
that's
Baggy?
my big exciting part.
You know what, Baggy? The Romans don't get demos. I think that's a bad pick here. Then I think not having demos on this map is actually really bad.
Because the ships have to group up so much. It's such an opportune time for demos.
Interesting. So, I think what we saw here, Fairy Lights was really, as I mentioned earlier, was actually really well prepared for this setting, and knew the Portuguese was really good. And I think I'm not sure if Santa Claus realized how strong they would be, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Well, that was cool. That was a good prediction, dude.
Yes. So at least something went right for me, you know? All right, so we're up to 2 wins now for Fairy Lights. So this is match point for them. And now Now where do we go? I guess we go to
Three.
Vinland Saga, the other home map for Santa Claus. Um, what do you think we see here on this map? I guess you don't know the.
Oh, I already clicked in,
Oh well.
so don't ask me.
Okay, never mind. We can't ask you. Uh, so Vinland Saga has 3 boars, so I think I would be surprised if we didn't see Mongols or Goths. Goths is kind of more of a meme pick. I would like to see it, but I think we'll
Wait,
probably see Mongols.
just by the way, I think you're wrong about the map. That or I entered the wrong game.
Oh, really? Well, it's possible Santa Claus could pick a different map, but I think
Oh, okay.
it depends how
But
comfortable.
yeah, true. Don't make too many predictions based on Vinland Saga.
Okay, well, that's kind of spoiling too, Baggy. Well, okay, let's say theoretically, I mean, I don't know, but let's say theoretically we go to a water map, one of the Fairy Light's home maps, Northern Isles or Arctic Circle. I mean, you have to go Japanese or Koreans now for player one. We don't have Spanish, we don't have Romans. Huns are not really a water civ. Bohemian is not really a water civ. So, not great options for them. We could see Mayans or Aztecs, I think, for Northern Isles or Arctic Circle for Fairy Lights. All right, let me grab up.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers at all there. No spoilers at all. I'm gonna grab game 3 here. Have I been cutting out less at least? By the way.
Oh, between the games, you're fine.
Oh, man, that's.
No, that game, the issue is still there, but I mean, I think
Hmm.
for the viewers, you're perfectly fine. It's
I,
just me.
I'm not
I
sure
might be
for.
cutting out for the viewers, though.
I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about that at this point. Unfortunately, I think it might just
You're
be.
good. I'll just defer to you.
From what I've
And we'll be
experienced,
fine.
my like Discord's a very low priority app. So when my computer
Uh,
runs out of like memory to work with, it'll just toss away audio. That's been my experience in Discord, which is unfortunate.
So I might be cutting out for the viewers in that case, but I'm sure you're fine. So we'll just, let's just defer to you.
Yeah, it kind of
You know,
sucks,
if
but
I run into an issue, I'll just let you.
see
I'll just let you go.
this is why Baggy like being a co-caster is way better.
Oh,
Right?
I love co-casting. Oh my God, once I tried co-casting, I was just like, I'm never going back.
I don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about anything going wrong. And once again, Fairy Lights picks a different color. We're gonna have to put them back to teal.
Alive.
Oh,
Yeah,
and teal.
Fairy Lights likes to mix it up. Luckily, in game 4 and 5, they go back to teal. No spoilers, sorry.
Okay. No. No spoilers. All right, hold on.
Wait, wait, sorry. I don't even know if there is a game 4 and 5.
I don't. Okay, don't say anything else. Don't say anything else. All right, we're into game number 3 here. Are you at 20 seconds again?
Luckily, I'm the only one watching.
All
Sorry.
right, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I'm at 20 seconds again.
Okay, so game 3. This is match point for Fairy Lights. We have Fairy Lights in the Malians in the teal with the Malians, and we're at 20 seconds. You can unpause. And Santa Claus here in the orange
Good.
with the Japanese. And we're on Arctic Circle, which I don't think I've seen this map before. But you can see how I think this is a hybrid terrain. Or at least some of it is, because there's a relic. There's relics out on the outside. It looks like you could dock the center or the outside. Is a good bit of fish. So water you definitely want to play for.
No, I think we should have made everyone go red or green in this tournament.
That's it. That would have been a good idea, yeah. Now I have to stick to what I picked, so it's a little late, unfortunately.
But yeah, I digress.
Now, Santa Claus seemed like they had a good build for getting up to Navy, and it wasn't like they had a bad. It's like they microed that poorly. I think they just got a little outplayed, went a little too aggressive. So I think they could still be competitive on this map, but I feel like Fairy Lights is really comfortable on water, so I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. The Japanese do have faster working fishing ships, of course. So that it can be a threat if you don't deal with them. But Malians have perfectly serviceable navy, cheaper wood buildings, so they get to save more wood, which is always good. It looks like Teal's gonna
Oh
dock
yeah, I
that
remember
side.
one time talking I talked to an AI and I talked to it about like how like trying to make a new build that no one used in Age of Empires.
Yeah,
And I started trying to create a build that was completely based on basically going all in on docks as the Japanese. Completely going all in, basically only going for wood and food. Bills on wood, you know, fishing ships on food, and
yeah.
just see how quickly you can gather enough res to pop out a bunch of I don't know, scouts or something.
This is your
But
fish we want in
that's why you don't
Arabia.
create. Oh yeah. That's why you don't create builds with AI.
So fishing traps are actually really efficient when they're placed right next to the dock. The problem with them often is 100 wood to set up, and they're really vulnerable compared to like
Mhm.
farms. Like
And they're,
farms aren't
they're
vulnerable.
they're not very good also before you get the upgrade,
Yeah,
honestly.
gill nets is also a pretty big add as well. If you can get it set up, it
Yeah.
is a big deal, but like fish, losing the fishing traps
But
is
yeah.
really bad. So we don't see it that often.
Yeah, I mean, ChatGPT also had me creating a build based on eagles costing food and wood, um,
Oh yeah.
which I quickly was disappointed when I got into
Unfortunately,
a game to
yeah.
test that build.
They do toss gold. It was a good troll though. Imagine if they did cost food and wood.
Dude, I was having so much fun testing that build. My eco was steaming along. I was just like, this is gonna be a good build. This is so cool. And then I went to build a Eagle Scout.
Yeah. Oh, I can only build like 5 with the starting gold. Wait, if you don't get loom and your Aztecs, maybe you can make like 4 or 5 without getting any gold. So they also produce really slowly in
Yeah, but
fuel. So
I don't micro well enough to do anything with 5 units.
I don't know. I mean, 5,
If I get 5 units, I patrol them into the TSA
5.
and lose all 5.
What if you do? What if you have 5 turtle chips? You know,
Oh,
that
I
do
could
pretty
do
well.
that. You can patrol turtle ships into the enemy.
Yeah, if there ever was an option.
If there's 1 unit to patrol into your enemy's base, it's turtle ships.
Yeah, we,
If it's a water base.
that is true. It'd be a little hard if they're on land. That's a little bit difficult. We actually see Santa Claus milling the deer, which is less
A
bad
turtle ship build
because
also didn't work on Arabia.
they also you thought it cost food and wood.
Alright. What's going on with this game?
Well, so we did see a mill from Santa Claus, which is an interesting choice. I mean, it is cheaper as the Japanese you want a mill anyway at some point just for the market. But it's a little strange, and we're also not up to feudal age. And our opponent has.
So one of the interesting things about co-casting is I've stopped using my screen. I'm just fully following on your screen at this point.
I think it's a delay though, isn't there?
All right, there we go. Militia coming forward. I
Dizzy,
can't hear you.
Dizzy calls
so-
these bully boys. I can still hear you right now. That's weird.
That's better than nothing.
Okay, yeah, so we have Man at Arms coming in. We actually have no military ships. Okay, now we have a fire coming in for Malian player, which is interesting. Oh, here's the Man at Arms. This is a great mod.
Yep. Oh my god, that's amazing.
And they just walk
That's
under
so
the
cool.
TC. Orange hasn't reacted. Not even up
They
to
rem-
feudal.
And how he builds like monster creepy snowmen.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, these are like too monstrous to me. Maybe I'm wrong. And actually, it looks
I
like
don't know, dude. If I saw one of those, I'd run the other way.
They are carrying a sword, so I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you at all. We actually see
Going
a
for the fish?
fast castle for Santa Claus, and yeah, the man-at-arms is actually nice here because they can threaten the fish. Not like a scout would probably be better at that, but you know.
Oh, dude, the man-at-arms have so much more of like a zombie vibe now, where it's like you're watching, The Walking Dead, and you're just like, how the fuck are those things ever gonna catch and kill anything?
They are very slow. I mean, that is
And then
actually...
just like in Walking Dead, and then just like in The Walking Dead, the scout body blocks, and you end up getting caught by them.
Yeah, true. I remember that in Walking Dead when the scout was body blocking for the zombies. I mean, that was disgusting. So,
That was such an epic moment.
true. We're missing 50 food to click up. I don't even know what we're fast castling into here. It's not like we're on stone. Oh, we're building a tower. We still haven't clicked up. I think we need to buy...
Santa Claus is maintaining their idle TC time pretty well, though, while dealing with this pressure.
It's true, and now they're playing up to Castle Age. And... I guess it's okay, but I don't know what they're fast castling into. That's my question here.
What can they afford right now?
Yeah, I don't
A
know.
few houses, a lumber camp.
And you're like totally giving up the water, so your opponent has like a way better eco setup than you.
Oh yeah. Wait, Sneakville.
From
For
Orange?
Santa Claus in the back of Fairy Light base.
Oh. Well, that could be
Building a
nice.
dock.
If you can afford a fire or something.
Or if you can get a cannon galleon out. Or something.
It's a ways off.
They
I
might
mean,
just be going for their base with some... I don't know. Let's see if they can afford chemistry. By
We'll
the
see.
time they
see, again, if they were Turks, they'd have it for
I-
free, so...
get up to Imperial.
Yeah.
They got a long way to go.
So we're going for stone now, but we're really late if we wanted to drop a castle. We needed to be on stone much earlier. The man-at-arms are going to kill this market eventually, which is not good, actually, for us. This archer's going to be a pain.
They can always repair it.
I mean, that's true. Actually, now the tower's coming out, should be fine. But this is like... this is not the situation you want to be in as Santa Claus for Game 3.
No, but dude, you got the sneak dock.
Well, this is good, but
Good.
your opponent has 2 docks, so... I mean, they can outproduce you if they wanted.
But will Fairy Lights have any clue? Will Fairy Lights notice at all?
That's a good question.
That's the question, right?
I haven't seen that Fairy Lights has noticed yet.
They're getting their attack notifications. They think it's from the front of the battlefield.
They're attacking with the Vills now.
Let's see if they see. Okay.
You can actually Vill
yeah.
rush this because it's a hybrid
Well,
terrain.
that's an interesting decision.
Alright, we see a barracks now for Santa Claus. We're not on stone anymore. We're all on gold. Again, I don't know what this Castle Age does for you right now. Because we produced a Fire Galley, which is a Feudal Age unit. And now our fish is gonna die. Now, I don't know about you, Baggy, but I have a feeling Santa Claus doesn't have a solid plan for what to do right now. Okay, that...
Yeah, it does seem like that.
I mean, that's just my guess, but, we have a demo raft. Ooh, where's that demo raft being produced? Actually, a demo could be pretty big here for these Vills. I don't think it's going to get you back in the game, but that would be a good play.
You know, I did say something about game 4 and 5, but now that I think about it, this is a really well organized tournament. They probably send like fake files for 4 and 5, no matter how like
They do, yeah.
It's a 3-game sweep.
It's a classic thing we do.
So yeah, I have no
avoid,
clue.
Avoid any spoilers. Ooh, okay, the demo's coming through. Let's see if it gets a big shot off. You gotta go for those Vills for sure. Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, there is 3 Vills. That's not... Doesn't quite...
Oof.
Doesn't quite even up the things, but it is a big hit.
Dude, that was cool.
That was a good play.
Yeah.
I think
Oh my god. That was a poppin' demo.
that
He's just like, oh, he's like, you want to fight my ships? Come fight this.
yeah. Hard to do when dead.
Although, it'd be scary if Fairy Lights did the same thing. There are some vulnerable builds down
Yeah,
there for Santa
this
Claus.
would be a big shot for Fairy Lights. So we're going to CA as the Japanese, which is a pretty classic pick. We see Gibetos from Fairy Lights here, which is also a pretty good option. They're not going to be good against CA, but they're great for raiding. I'm not sure what you raid now, though, because your opponent has these towers set up. Like I said, we have a fire ship in our opponent's eco. This is going to be a massive pain. We're actually build fighting again. So you can actually build fight a single fire because you have all the builds here.
Yeah.
And
Did he lose any vills there?
no, actually. One got low, but didn't actually die.
Eco KD is even. That one demo.
Yeah, that one
even out
demo,
the Eco KD.
it's actually a big deal. I still think Fairy Lights is in a much better position, but hasn't spotted the triple sneak range, funnily enough.
Oh gosh.
That being said, these are non-fletching,
That's-
non-Bonkin CA. And they're gonna run to a castle.
How do you get through this castle?
Oh no.
I guess you can just run under the castle.
Oh no.
But they're just going under the castle and, well. All right.
So,
All right.
I mean, actually, this was a well-placed castle. This is like because
Yeah.
Fairlights wanted to secure this second dock and the stone, and this is kind of like a one opening. And then Santa Claus didn't have
Yeah.
vision, so
if your opponent tries to click in, they just path right into the castle too.
yeah, classic pathfinding. So I'm not sure that we learned that much more about who Santa Claus
Nilly.
is, but I think we can be pretty sure that Fairy Lights is Orico if we didn't know already. So
I trust you enough
Oh.
to also guess Orico.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
I've never seen Orico play.
yeah. So I'm gonna pull this back to the players here and show you what I mean. Hold on a second. Let me jump out of this.
One. I much kills TC.
So Orco, you can see here in the
Oh,
top
I
left.
much idle TC.
Too much ILTC, more than one TC
More than
is
one TC
cheating.
is cheating.
Siege and Castle for we actually didn't see the Siege and Castle, but I think that's just because our opponent was already dead.
It was
and-
also unique maps too.
Yeah, and also like Orico's a big water player. Is a big time water enjoyer, and like they pick the water maps. They like Aztecs on water. I mean, I think this draft so looked very similar to the last time they drafted. I think Orico just knew they were spotted already, so just like doubled down and like, okay, I'll just do what I'm best at.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Chris made that decision right from the start, but you know what? It remains to be seen.
Yeah.
That could have been the Otter one or our base as well.
Now, when it comes to Santa Claus, I don't really know, to be honest with you. They looked.
It was a very normal draft.
Yeah, they looked. I don't know. I mean, they looked comfortable on the second map. They at least had a plan. But on the third map, they didn't. I feel like they didn't really have much of a build order in mind. They went for Fast Castle into. I don't know. I don't know what they were planning to do. It didn't look like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they looked weak on water because I think during the second game, it's not like they were making horrible choices. I think they just sort of overcommitted to the tower aggression, and didn't get up to Castle Age.
Yeah. All right, I gotta focus on getting these files into my folder. Oh, Sled. That's the one who
I think you casted
beats
that.
the guy who I think is Chris,
Present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh, I
right.
casted Bobbles first set too. I have no idea who either of these people are, but there were some fun game, or I didn't cast them. Sorry.
I think
where
you
I casted
co-casted
sleds and
some.
then I watched it. I watched Bobbles afterwards.
Right, right.
With which was casted by Kajarson and Pride.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Oh, this is exciting. I always like going into a set when I've seen both players play before.
So, so yeah, next up is gonna be what is this? So it's gonna be Sled versus Bobble. So Sled could kind of be a lot of players, I feel like. I think Lorhe was guest for them. Bobble, many people seem to think was Huggy. You can see in the sort of contenders here.
Oh yeah, I remember
Um,
everyone saying Huggy.
so Huggy is also a water enjoyer. Really likes demos. Doesn't add a lot of
A water
eco, I don't
enjoyer, but
think.
you call them a hydro homie.
I like that. I'm not sure if that'll stick, but I like the Hydra homie.
Oh, that dude, that's a Reddit page for people who like drinking water and staying hydrated.
Oh, really? I feel like maybe that's a good influence. Maybe we should be.
Oh, I totally agree.
Maybe we
I
should.
was worried about T90 when I saw his Red Bull fridge.
Or maybe he's just sponsored. Maybe it's
Yeah.
you know
No, no, that's what it was.
he has a
Yeah.
deal. He has a deal with them. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm trying to think what we might be able to spot here. I don't think I have the drafts yet. Okay, you just sent me the drafts. Let me pull these up
Nice.
here.
I am hopping into 10 seconds into game one.
Oh, you're going for the 10 seconds this time. Okay.
Well, I mean, if that works for you,
No, that's
just
fine. I'm not.
figure.
I'm not. I'm not roasting. I don't know. I'm just being cheeky. I don't know. I'll send you the
All
drafts
good,
here if you
dude.
want them, but you can also
I
just check
always
on my
assume
stream.
people are being cheeky until they tell me, no, I'm actually mad at you.
Well, that's good. I mean, if they communicate that,
Yeah.
all right.
No, that's an issue for me though, because I'm really sarcastic, so sometimes.
I don't blame. I think
Sometimes I piss people off and just don't realize it.
yeah, I'm a very sarcastic person. I realize a lot of people don't pick up on it because I don't like use a separate voice or anything. It's kind of the same. Like I make the same
Yeah.
comments in the same voice. So I just like my method is just kind of brute force. Like if I do it enough times, eventually people realize I'm screwing with them. But
Oh yeah.
we'll see.
And if not, we probably will stop hanging out.
Yeah, yeah. So it sorts itself out, right? Okay, now we have Sled versus Bobble here. Let me get this up. Oops, wrong thing. Sled and Bobble.
I like these names, although Bob was spelled wrong.
Wait. Bobble. I think it.
No, 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 sorry, not for you. You have it spelled right.
I was gonna say. I was
He
like,
has it
what?
spelled wrong. He has it spelled wrong in the game.
Oh, oh.
And he was called out
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I
by the
remember that.
by the chat last week.
Bobblegate. I remember Bobblegate. Yeah.
Uh, is this even the real Bobble? We will never know.
I guess we're gonna
Maybe
find out.
someone, I mean, maybe someone had the name Bobble taken,
I guess that
right?
is technically possible. I'm not sure why someone would pick that name, but hey, who knows?
I don't know. Why would someone pick the name Billboy Baggy Pants?
I don't. You tell me. I think you're the one that could tell us that.
Nah, no. That's for another stream. That's for when I get interviewed
Oh, right, right. You have to win something big first,
for
and then.
yeah for Person of the Year Time magazine.
Oh, yeah. It's well deserved
That's
for
when I'll
you.
share that information.
All right, hold on a second.
Oh my God, Hobbs.
Okay,
Sorry, my cat's name is Hobbs,
that's cute.
and he will not stop jumping on my computer right now.
Absolute menace.
He just wants attention. You know what it is? Okay, the window's open next to me. I gotta close the window, then he'll go away. He definitely wants to be an outdoor cat. but we keep him inside because we're worried about him, and we live by a bunch of highways.
He also, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a much shorter lifespan.
Yeah, yeah. They're also all of our cats are orange cats, which tend to catch disease more easily.
Hmm. Yeah.
So just nicer to
Yeah.
keep him inside.
So we have the drafts up here. Make sure I'm actually showing them when I didn't forget. We
Now
have.
he's trying to piss me off. I
All right.
need a
Well,
cat cam.
while you do that, I'm gonna cover
Yeah,
the drafts
yeah,
here.
yeah. All you, dude.
So here in the maps, we have game one's gonna be Rock Slide, which we just saw on the previous set. We have for sled, pick Northern Isles, Fortified Freeze. Fortified Freeze is kind of an arena-esque map. Your walls are a lot less secure, and there is shorefish in the center. And for Bobble, we picked Permafrost and Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga we didn't actually see, but it is a pretty open map, I would say. Permafrost, I actually don't remember much about that map. I guess we'll see. And for sled, we picked Hindustanis, Sicilians, which is interesting. Italians, Armenians, Malay, Byzantines, and Georgians, which did get sniped. And then Mongols with band, Bobble picking Persians, which just get sniped. Saracens, Dravidians, Japanese, Khmer, Bohemians, Gujaras. So this is interesting. So if we think that Bobble likes water, it's a little strange that they picked Permafrost and Vinland Saga. Rockslide is a decent sort of admin pick for them, I guess. But Sled actually picked Northern Isles. And actually, I wonder if that might be for the Sicilians. I'm not sure. I also wonder why Bobble banned Turks. Not sure what that's for, to be honest. Sort of an interesting setup here. But on map 1, Rockslide, as we saw, the water is like super important because, of course, the water gives you so much control if you have galleys set up. And just kind of gives you a lot of map to work with.
Real quick, I was on mute, but I maintain they banned Turks because they don't have to research chemistry for cannon galleons.
I think that must be it on Rockslide.
Which I learned today.
Yeah. They actually, even their cannon galleons also have extra HP on them. So.
Okay. Now I see why. Respectable.
So this is interesting. Actually what I'm thinking about Baggy. So Sled went up against Chris on Fortified Freeze, where Chris went Sicilians.
Sled went up against Present.
Yeah. Well, that was Chris. Let's be real.
Whoa.
But sure, if you want to go against Present. So I almost wonder if Sled wants to go for the Sicilian Dungeon Rush on Fortified Freeze after Present did it. Or otherwise, maybe they're just trolling. I don't know.
That'd be awesome. I mean, Present did have some good builds there, some good games. Like, depending on the map, Sled definitely saw which maps of Rush worked on and which maps it didn't.
You also, on Northern Isles, you actually start with the transport ship, and the Sicilians have a better line of sight on their transport ships. So, I mean,
that was the game where I was like, okay, is Present still gonna do this?
Yes.
Yes.
Answer is yes. They did.
Even on Northern Isles, they stuck to their guns.
To be fair,
that game plan.
They started with the transport ship, so it's actually nicer to land on the opponent's isle.
Yeah. Once I saw that transport, that's what it was. I was like, oh, there's a transport there? Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the same.
Making your own is more awkward, but you can actually make it in Dark Age. So you could be clicking up to feudal and then
8 minutes to 8 minutes, 30 seconds. You see the 4 bills forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell.
All right. Should we hop into this game 1?
Yeah, so are you
I guess is the Twitch going?
Oh yeah, let me double check. Looks like they haven't started yet, so we'll wait.
Yeah, I'm at 11 seconds.
we're the
Oh,
auxiliary
ready to
coverage,
go.
you know. We're just like here to catch
Oh,
any
dude, we got a
strays.
watcher. Hey, watcher. Happy to have
I think
you.
those are called
Viewers,
viewers,
I guess.
Baggy.
That's the word.
I think most people call those viewers, but I like your creativity.
Yeah, I think Watcher is the Netflix documentary.
Yeah, Watcher. It sounds a little
The
more
ba-
like a Dark Souls enemy, I would say.
Yeah, the Watcher in the water.
The Watcher in the water. um, but yeah. So I think Rock Slide. Hmm. Rock Slide. We might see Armenians picked or Byzantine. Well, actually, probably not Byzantines. You probably want to go Galleys instead, I think. And Bobble might go Saracens. They have faster shooting galleys. Could be Dravidians as well. Probably not Japanese, I don't think. So I think probably Saracens or Dravidians on Rock Slide, and Slide could pick Italians, Armenians, or Malay even. I'm not sure. I feel like it could be any of those.
No Portuguese.
No Portuguese, which is interesting. No banned Portuguese either.
Yeah.
So
So I
maybe,
guess no one paid attention to the Caravals.
yeah, maybe these
Caravals
people did not learn
do their
from
homework.
ACCM. But
Yeah.
I mean, I
I
guess we'll
don't know.
see.
I've watched plenty of ACCM. I've never been able to absorb any of it.
Yeah, I mean it's not easy, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot to learn from him.
All right. All right, let's do this.
I'm still waiting. I would start, but I'm still waiting for
Oh yeah,
the stream to start. We don't have approval.
the Twitch stream. True.
I don't know if you
Dude,
saw it.
honestly, we're the number one coverage.
I think what's funny is like on any of the messages for like the announcements, just the way the embed works is the Twitch one is like huge for Beargwin, and then mine's a tiny little rectangle underneath it, which I
Yeah.
find quite
Yeah.
amusing.
I mean, that's pretty accurate for how gamers look at YouTube Live
Yeah, it's
versus
not a
Twitch
huge deal.
streams.
I know Twitch is just sort of still better for streaming, but I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather just keep all of my stuff here on YouTube because I already have
Dude,
casts on YouTube. So
I appreciate YouTube Lives a lot, honestly, because Roku does not have a freaking Twitch app,
oh,
which
interesting.
is really annoying. But yeah, if I want to watch like I loved it for Wololo because I wanted it up on the big screen, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And on my Roku TV, I have the YouTube app, but no Twitch app.
Hmm. It's
So yeah, I'm
interesting.
a big fan of when people go live with both of them. I'll put up the YouTube live on my TV, and then if I want to go and chat, I'll pull up Twitch on my phone to talk and chat.
Hmm. Interesting. I know that
But that's probably like a corporate agreement type thing,
yeah, it could
you
be.
know?
The only other like caster I know, well actually Baron casts on YouTube, but there's also the Nando. He's sort of
Yeah.
he does a lot of TCC casting. Or I haven't seen him on WWC lately, but he did for
I
TCC.
should check those out. I do appreciate it. And it's only every once in a while, like Mem or Hera or T90 will go live on YouTube.
Hmm. Yeah.
Every once in a while for a big event, T90 will do live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Yeah. They changed that setting so you could have both. And
Hmm
didn't used to be like that, but
He can afford Streamlabs Pro.
I I definitely my computer definitely cannot afford that. I'll tell you that much.
Who's winning? No one's winning yet.
It's a good
We're
question to
just about
ask.
to start the second set.
We
The
have to
first
wait.
set was won 3-0 by
Yeah.
Fairy Lights.
We have to wait for the simultaneous Twitch stream to get into the games where we start, so we're not, desynced.
Yeah.
I think
They'd give us an admin loss.
yeah, it would be admin loss to us for casting. I think so if Bobble is Huggy, like the predictions seem to think. We should definitely see. I think we should see fast feudal into demos, like just demo the opponent, his face.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know like what they would hit, but they would have to hit some. They would hit something, you know.
I'm excited for this because if I remember correctly from both my cast and then watching the cast following that, both of these players seemed like very complete players. Although I think Sled might run over Bobble.
Well, I don't know. I
No,
mean,
no pun intended.
it's a perfect. Well, you should have said pun intended. I mean, that's perfect. I think Okay, they're into the game. Let me pull this up here.
Nice.
Well, they actually turned Bobble into yellow. Or no, Sled? No, I'm going to keep the colors. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just turn
No,
Bobble into green.
Do red and green. Do
yeah,
red
let's
and
do
green.
red. We'll do green. We'll do green.
Although it might be tough. It's a little
We'll
weird on the
see.
map,
We'll
but
see
I feel
how
like it's worth it
works on the map.
for the Christmas Cup.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're at 10 seconds.
11.
Or 11 seconds. Okay. I'm already at there. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the next set of the day. We have in the green Bobble, misspelled as the Dravidians. In the red, we have Sled as the Italians. And you're going to see if Bobble does turn out to be Huggy. You do have Dravidians versus Italians. These would make good sense as the water sieves. I think... So, some people seem to think Lorhe was Sled, which again, based on his player card, I don't think I'm going to be able to guess. So, we'll have to see what the other people think. But if Bobble is Huggy, I actually casted a game of Huggies
I've only seen
in...
Lorhe in community games.
Yeah, and he probably
I have
just
no
does
clue
well.
how Lorhe plays 1v1.
Yeah, it's a good question, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't quite convert. So I did cast a game of like Huggies recently in WWCC, which I probably just call it WWC. Or whatever. The abbreviation is a pain. And yeah, I think he's more focused on aggression in army than eco management in general.
World Wrestling Championship.
Yeah. I watched him in wrestling, and he just didn't manage his eco very well.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
His APM wasn't that great.
Yeah, his APM wasn't that great. He got nice aggression, but yeah, I need to work on his eco management there.
Complete player, when I say, complete player, I would just say I don't mean complete, I mean more like they tend to focus a little bit on each part of the game. They tend to have,
balance
versus someone who's very focused on rushing their opponent and not be, a balanced player.
Like
they balance their micro and their macro well.
As opposed to say Maxi or Jawalp and Chris, who they're like very all-out aggressive players. Like as opposed to a different player who sort of tries to build an eco.
And then some players are all in on focusing on their eco.
Right, exactly.
And like they could lose 5 units at the front without even noticing it.
Yeah. Correct. And we've seen an interesting build here. So the Dravidians player went for a dock first, which means you get onto the water, but you actually don't have a lumber camp yet. So we're just taking stragglers, which is interesting. So the shortfish collects really quickly. So that could actually be a big deal. And those Dravidians, you get extra wood when you click up. So you can get by with the lumber camp right now.
Yeah, who needs a lumber camp when there's stragglers?
That's what low elo legends say, right?
Yeah. Then I get, 2 houses deep, build a mill, and suddenly realize I can't collect food. Or not food, sorry. Suddenly realize I can't collect wood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just gotta get a lumber camp up before the stragglers die. Now, I guess that lumber camp is fine. I was gonna say Bobble builds the lumber camp kind of far forward, which is an interesting choice. I mean, I guess it's not so far forward. You're gonna get shot by galleys, but feel like it makes more sense to build to the back of your base just to be safe.
That's pretty good.
I guess it's fine.
But definitely a little more vulnerable
Yeah.
on the edge of their tree line.
So we actually see 2 fishing ships from Sled, which is interesting. So the fishing ships are cheaper for the Italians. I believe it's 63 wood instead of 75. But they collect extremely slowly from shorefish, and there's only shorefish on this map. So I don't actually know if that's worth. I straight up do not know.
Yeah. Shorefish, amazing for vills, horrible for fishing chips.
Agreed. Oh. Look at this feudal age difference, though. Bobble misspelled is going to be up to feudal way earlier, already on gold.
It's a good time.
The opponent is kind of behind. I mean, they were on shorefish much later.
They're going to get some ships out.
They have the fishing ships, but fishing ships are not very efficient. I mean,
yeah,
this is not good.
I think Bobble's. Yeah, I think Bobble's got the build here. But who knows? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Bobble will run over Sled.
Maybe. Well.
So I did look it up. Bobble's like a tree ornament.
Yeah. Oh, did you not know that?
I did not know what a bauble was.
It can also sometimes be used as like kind of like knickknacks, like trinkets and baubles, you know? I guess a word for that as well. So this is this is a really big difference in feudal
I'm sure
time.
I've heard like a Christmas carol that uses the word.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Huh. Okay, so we actually see fires from Bobble. Fire should also be good here, just because it's like very little space to run away. It gives you less map control than Callie's would. We also see a range, so that is helped a lot by the Dravidian's bonus by getting that wood eco immediately on click up. Ooh, going for some nerding out with the scout.
Oh
but,
yeah.
Yeah, the scout.
Nerd. Ooh, that body block. Oof, that was good. That was some good micro.
It was good. I think
he's got Sled on the run.
Sled is adding the second dock, but it's like late for the click up time, and you're only going to be able to produce out of 1 dock right away.
Yeah, dude. Wait, I got another one. I think Sled's going downhill right now.
True. So we use the tower, which is good, but I'm a little surprised by this, to be honest, because Sled picked a bunch of water maps, and doesn't seem like they have the build order down, or at least they're just behind Bobble here.
Doesn't seem very comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just this map, though, because most of the other water maps have 2 bores, and this only has 1, so. See 2 guys produced. Now, I'm starting to think that Sled can't be Lorhe, because I don't think Lorhe would produce fishing ships for shorefish. We actually even lose the 2.
Yeah. Sled does not seem to have the attention on all the different parts of their eco. Like Sled's, it seems like Sled's saving one thing just to lose something else, you know?
Yeah. And Bobble really has the momentum behind them. But this tower is going to keep them safe, or keep Sled safe, but there are actually going to be some archers maybe looking for some damage soon.
Yeah. 26, 25 vills. At least the eco's pretty
Yeah, the eco's pretty similar.
even. But Bobble has a larger army and a more valuable army.
We have the blacksmith up. Probably get fletching in the near future.
I honestly love as a statistic, I love as a statistic the value percent gold that they give.
Oh
I
yeah.
think a lot of people ignore that, but I think it's such a good way just to see army strength.
Especially in the later game when your opponent could be on like full trash. Like they may have more armor than
Yeah.
you, but it might just be worse. So your gold heavy army might actually
Yeah.
just perform better. So these archers can actually get
The
into
more
the
I've
woodline.
watched Age of Empires, the more I've paid attention to that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice micro from Sled.
That's a
Good
that's
fletcher.
a well-placed lumber camp back there. See?
Yeah. Not exposed.
Alright, I gotta get these Christmas mods from you. After this game.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
I'll let you know which one. I don't know why we're going for under the tower though. That's a very questionable choice.
That's an interesting spot. Ooh, well, that's some dead archers.
We could definitely shirk around the edge of the town center range and just like sit on the wood line, but instead we just lost our archers. Would Huggy do that?
Not
That's
anymore.
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Not anymore.
We're adding a second dog. We don't have a single demo out yet, which is very sus. And now, Sled has a good amount of galleys out, and we have fletching.
I would love to see a demo. A demo coming from the other side. Like, initiate a fight from one side and then try to pull in a
Oh.
demo from the other.
Okay. Demo raft being produced. Sled's coming forward. If those galleys are bunched up, a demo hit could like destroy them.
He's got a plan. Yeah, he's trying to pull them into this demo. He is. If this works, that would be amazing. Because he is full on just trying to bait him right into that dock.
The only problem is the demo's in the other dock. In the back.
Let's see.
We have no tower either. Okay, the demo's sitting there. Now does red... Okay, red's actually getting collapsed on. Oh, they're gonna go forward. Okay, the demo...
He's almost... He
Go on. Oh, just...
Uh-oh.
okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Did you say that earlier? I think I might have missed it.
Oh.
Still...
I caught it on the
Still a
stream.
great demo.
It was a good demo. It was a good demo.
Still a great demo.
And you might think about producing another one, to be honest. Actually, this is really well positioned with the docks because if the galleys come forward to hit the gold vills, you'll be sandwiched between all of the docks. Makes the demo more dangerous. But we do see Sled clicking up to castle way earlier, which can make a big difference. We'll see how this plays out. Getting horse collar now. Decent amount of idle time for both, so
Let's see, demo.
pretty even.
He's staying away. He's
see.
worried about the demo.
I think we actually don't have one ready yet. They're behind some fire. Ooh, okay, the archers come back in.
Coming out though.
No box formation.
Oh, there's a fire galley coming from the forward one. Interesting. I wanted to start building demos from that forward dock.
Yeah, I feel like
the
demos from the forward dock would be great. Actually, we'll see that soon.
Dock.
Oh, okay. This is really good from Bobble, actually. So we hit with the archers, and at the same time, we collapsed with our fire, so our opponent was not ready to micro
Oh,
away.
there we go.
We're gonna kill this Vil. That's great. We should really use box formation.
Yeah, that was perfect.
That was really well played, yeah. Oh,
He that was about understanding his opponent too, and understanding how much opponent like APM his opponent had to spare,
how much they could focus.
and he knew how well he could set that up,
Right.
and it just hit him hard.
And now the
All
archers
those
are
little villas now too.
on the wood line. That's really bad. I really would have liked to see box formation as well to bunch them up, but still really well. A really good position. Oh, okay. Now there's a demo for Sled, though. This demo could do a lot of damage.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay, that kills two. That is good damage.
Let's see. Ooh. That was a solid one.
That's pretty good.
One.
We do need some more, or like more other navy, though. This dock is gonna go down. Oh, okay. Demo's coming out, though. Be careful, Bob. Oh. I think you can go for that. You can go for that right now. We're gonna wait for the upgrade.
All of them on the straggler tree.
Yeah, it's really awkward now for Sled. We're gonna lose another Vil. Okay, yep, we do lose another Vil. 2 demos now.
Everyone to the straggler tree.
We got infantry armor for green, which I don't
Oh.
buy. So actually, this is
I
interesting.
think this is.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this is a slow burn.
We did clear up the
now,
fires.
but I think it's going in Bobble's favor.
Oh, we did clear up the fires, but now we keep getting. I think you need to just build a TC on the outside at this point.
Very nice.
Like,
Very
this
nice
is
demo.
way too much damage. Just go buy some wood. Build a TC on the outside wood. This is like, you're taking way too much damage.
Yeah.
Really, Siege Workshop's
Now,
gonna
this
get
is-
denied.
That was kind of what I said earlier. Was I said like every time Sled seems to like, you know, put out a fire in one place, Bobble's just creating one in another.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just been him trying to address things over and over again, and he's never really been
Yeah.
able to get on the front foot. Even when he thought he was on the front foot, it was just, you know, Bobble trying to bait him into a demo.
Yeah, like the problem I see is that I keep looking over at Sled's eco, and I feel like Sled just hasn't got any damage on the opponent's eco side. Oh, okay, but this demo might do something for Sled, but we're pulling away.
32% worker efficiency.
Oh, that's
last minute.
Yeah, that hurts a lot.
Bobble's just too aware. Bobble will, you know, he's always watching for these little, you know, these sneak ships. Sleds.
He's a good idea.
At most, he might lose 2 archers. Nope. He could have deleted there and got him, I think. He needed, yeah, not worth it, but he needed to just get something with it. Oh, that's a good move.
Getting crossbow now, and a war galley. We have 0 on wood, 0 on stone, 20 on gold for Sled. Not ideal. Not ideal eco
Yeah, you
management.
can just buy everything though.
For now, yeah. But now we have 4
This is what I'm
siege.
talking about. The market is the best way to balance your eco. Forget about
Forget about eco management.
distributing your bills. It's not worth it.
Now we have a forward dock from Bobble, so we're just gonna collapse more on our opponent's position. Their eco is a disaster. Although here's the funny thing. This makes you think of Maxi. We have 6 minutes of idle TC time for Bobble, so we're only 3 vills ahead after all of that.
Yeah. Yep. Let's replace that lumber camp.
Oh yeah, that would be that'd be nice for both players actually. Oh, a demo comes in. Oh, 3 vills down.
Huh.
Now we have a mangonel.
Ooh. Ba ba boom.
This mangonel is in threat of demo though. Demo coming forward. It's gonna get wasted. Oh, the
well,
GG
maybe the demo's in threat of that mango.
called.
Oh, there we go.
I actually agree with both of those ideas. The mangonel could be microed to deal with the ship. So this looked like a pretty strong performance for Bobble. Sled did have a moment there with the galley mass and seemed like they had a shot, but I think Bobble had too good of a position with the demos and the fires, and they just collapsed in, and then I think the archers getting was like the killing blow too.
It just felt like Fled was had a lot more awareness and a lot, you know,
You mean
a lot more
Bobble?
time to do the things that. Yeah, sorry. It felt like Bobble had a lot more awareness and a lot more time to do the things they wanted to do. It felt like anytime Sled got one thing under control, Bobble was already hitting them with something else.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, Sled had like a good set, like was kind of slow to click into feudal, but then had a good setup. You know, Tower the Gold, get a bunch of galleys out.
Yeah.
But then, and even got up to castle first, but I think just didn't cover their bases. I think not walling up their wood line was actually probably the biggest deal. And then not cutting their losses. I know it sucks. Like you're like, but this is my home wood line. I don't want to give this up. But I think you just have to go TC the
Yeah.
outside wood. To be honest.
You know what? If Sled had made like 3 skirms also
Oh yeah,
earlier in the game, just in preparation,
we did see.
it could have completely changed the game.
It's another good point because we actually did see the archers at first, if you remember, and they died under the tower.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean our opponent's going to commit to skirms, but you know, it is something to keep in
Yeah.
mind, just to have.
I mean, just get a couple out. It's not too expensive, you know.
Right, and if your opponent's going, you know, at crossbow, you might want those anyway.
Always nice to have an archery range up.
Yeah. Agreed.
But
Alright.
good game overall. I very much enjoyed watching all the aggression from Bobble, and this, you know, Sled did try to pull it back at certain points. That was a fun one.
I think although Bob will definitely look stronger there, I think Sled still has a good, can still definitely contest. And I'm gonna go ahead and
But
get
dude, you're
into-
messing up. You're showing us your capture aid.
Oh no, I don't think there's anything sus there. I could be wrong.
Oh
what,
no.
what are these colors though? Oh god. Okay.
Terrible.
Was Bobble green? I think Bobble was green, right?
Sled was red, Bobble was green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Sled,
was
we'll remember
red.
that. Sled rhymes with red.
Okay. Sled's red, Bobble's green. Alright. Make sure I'm actually showing.
Alright, I'll be at 10 seconds again, so just tell me when.
Alright, hold on a moment here.
I gotta sip my seltzer. My mouth is starting to get dry.
Yeah, fair enough.
All that talking will do it to you. I need to shut up and let you handle this.
Okay, are you at 10 seconds?
Yep.
Okay. You ready? We'll go. I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I clicked the wrong one too. Bobble one. All right, we're into game number 2. We have Bobble with the Bohemians against Sled with the Malay. Here on Fortified Freeze, so no Sicilians here, unfortunately. So
Here on kind of arena, but not really.
So yeah, if you look at the walls, they're not nearly as strong as the stone walls, of course. So you can tower rush. And the center is pretty important actually because the shorefish is quite juicy. And I think it's definitely worth going for it. You also start with some farms, which is nice as well.
Oh, dude, not just can you tower rush, but Sled's gold is so vulnerable
Ooh, yeah.
to a tower rush.
Some forward gold there. Sort of forward stone.
I mean, and berries.
The berries too.
Like, Sled can't protect any of his resources. If you could drop 3 towers and deny all of Sled's res.
However, the thing about Sled is they are playing the melee. So it's quicker for them to get up in age. So they could actually get up in age and go for their own tower rush, or, you know, they can be quicker to
Is
the
it
draw.
cheaper for them
basically.
to click up?
No, it's not cheaper. It is just faster. But it actually does mean it typically gives them a Vil lead, assuming you're keeping your TC running, because you spend less time researching the feudal age or castle age. So you just produce more Vils, as long as the TC is always working anyway.
Who doesn't love juicy fish? Sorry, Crab Queen said they love juicy fish, by the way. Biscuits.
True. I think Crab Queen, is that our one viewer, our one watcher, as you called them?
Chips. Yeah, our one watcher in the water.
And okay, we're pulling in the boar for green. Now, I would expect here, assuming there's a very nice idol there. That's the villager, and then garrisoning after the boar is dead. Interesting. So, assuming Bobble is Huggy, and just based on the way Bobble's played, I'm expecting a fast castle into Hussite wagons here. But it is also the expected play, so I don't know if...
Ooh, love me some Hussite wagons.
I don't know if Bobble might be thinking about some mind games and go for something else. I actually like going archers on Bohemians, personally. They
Yeah,
getting
I
the
love gunpowder castle units. Gunpowder castle units make me so happy.
hand cannoneers are actually really strong in Castle Age. The only thing is
Oh, that's all of them, right? All the gunpowder
no,
castle
you have
units are
Janissary
so strong right in
for
the
Turks.
castle.
Oh, you mean all of, I thought you said all of them like that's the only gunpowder castle Age. I was like, no, it's not quite
No,
right.
no, no, no.
Yeah, but you're
I mean
correct.
like all the units, all the
Yeah,
special
I got you.
civ units
It's because
like tend to power spike right at the start of the castle
the main
and still be great late into feudal.
the main way that gunpowder is usually represented is just it's like
Crab
really high attack and like slower sort of
Crab
reload
Queen
speed.
says, "I'm stuck at the senior center and the grannies are driving me wild. This is my only reprieve." Nice. Glad we can help.
Well,
Hope you enjoy the games.
we just hope you enjoyed that failed quick wall there. Sled tried to palisade wall so the bobble scout would be blocked, but it didn't quite work out. But yeah, so I do like
Dude,
Castle Cannoneers as well.
I do love a good quick wall. I also love a good failed quick wall. You know,
They can be both epic in their own ways.
yeah.
We're actually getting Loom for Bobble.
I hate a scout fight.
Might be getting Loom because our
Wait. Let's. Oh my god.
what are you oh my godding to?
I was gonna say, did he do that on purpose? Did he not follow?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think Sled didn't want to follow into because you'd be trapped and then you can't like scout, get vision on the map, which is more important.
True. I just wanted, a scout running over the TC.
Fair enough. That would be amusing. I think Bobble got Loom because we have Vills out in the center, which you don't usually do on Arena, but in this your Vills are exposed. Sled actually doesn't have Loom. So that can be really dangerous. We're actually building a barracks as well. And 20 Vill up, this could be an archer rush from Bobble.
And Sled's Vills are very exposed there.
The late click-up time doesn't actually tell us too much for Sled because they're melee. So you're going to click up later even if you're going for Castle Age. Oh.
I do wish we could have seen the Donjon rush. That was so much fun the first time on this map.
Donjon rushes are pretty funny. It also would be extra nasty on this forward gold, but you never know if it's going to be like that. I think Donjons could be strong as well, just to secure some shortfish. But I don't know. Oh! We got Militia for no Loom Vills. This could be really dangerous for Sled. Are we paying attention?
Ooh.
Are we going to see this happen?
And he's got the scout coming in to block.
Oh no. That's not good.
Bobble
That's one Vill down.
Very good with that.
Okay, I think we're gonna lose.
Bobble's very focused on the micro. He's always got a scout there to body block. Like,
I don't know if we want to let these guys in.
This is gonna be a few Vills down.
Uh-oh. Actually, this is not good. No Loom. Loom is queued behind Feudal Age. No, Sled.
Right in.
Sled, it's behind Feudal Age.
God.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
We have to wait for 1 minute until we get Loom.
Oh, Sled.
We gotta wall up here right now. Oh. Getting man-at-arms in now. This house is not
going downhill.
Okay, it's still okay. It's okay, we're walled up. It's alright.
Sled's got all the momentum, but it's going downhill.
I don't know what these palisades are for under the GC. But they were placed.
Just to make sure he can't trap a castle there.
Maybe. Planning ahead. Or the TC drop.
That was some...
Oh, the man-at-arms are out.
Quick walling that resulted in those palisades.
Okay, but it's not disastrous. We only lost 2 Vills. It could have been way worse. Now we're building a range.
No, Sled's still ahead on Eco. Sled's still ahead on Eco. We're okay. They're still pretty close on res collected. Nothing too bad's going on. If he can get some archers out, he can quickly handle this.
Keeping the TC producing as well. Good. The only question is, See, this delay slets like
The,
game
the
plan.
issue is, can Bobble house him?
Actually,
Can Bobble house
well,
him?
we actually have enough houses from the on the wood line. It's just it's good. It's good to live near where you work. You know, you go to bed and then you wake up in the morning and go chop some wood. We actually have no gold, no one on gold yet.
It's almost
for
like you can just
sled.
live at work.
You can if you want. Sled's getting out. I'm not sure where those bills are going though. Maybe to Shorefish, I guess. We got a bear.
I don't know.
Luckily
Data.
we have loom, so.
Ooh, Gaia kill. Ooh. Let's see.
Luckily we had loom in time, so it wasn't a problem.
No, yeah, looms up. Yeah.
Sled needs to sort things out though, because like
Yeah.
we don't have the gold for another
This is
archer.
messy.
Our eco is a disaster. 21 on wood. In the meantime, our opponent has a pretty nice setup for going up to Castle Age now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sled has the Vil lead, but is slowly losing. Like,
We're gonna lose another Vil.
Bobble's slowly building more and more separation as far as res collected. Oh,
Vils are idle.
the
The archers are out of position.
snowmen are in.
We don't have anyone on gold. 650 wood. Okay. If you're Sled, you gotta calm down. Get a mining cam up. Drop your market. Great. Drop some farms.
Take a deep breath.
Get your army out where your
You know
Vils
what?
are. Yeah, great.
He brought the skirms out though. He did what I said. He brought the skirms.
Which is good because our opponent has a few archers out. And now they click to the Castle Age. And it's okay. It's not good.
It looks like they're going into the 4 archers.
But it's okay. You're melee. You're melee, you click up faster. You can actually get a castle up pretty soon. And once you get up to Castle Age, that is. We don't have enough army to fight this back. These man-arms are still being a nuisance.
Well, that's not what you wanted.
no.
Spiky boys hurt horses a lot.
Yeah. We're losing. I like these candy cane skirmisher spears. There's also
Oh, I just noticed that mod.
there's also a mod where the knights are like riding on bears. I don't have that installed because I couldn't find it, but that's a good one too.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, we sold all our
Polar
stone
bears.
to get up. So we can click up to Castle Age soon, but I don't know what we're gonna do actually. Mass skirms might be what we have to do.
Fill our vills next to the berries, probably.
Yeah, actually, I think that is in range. BitX is now in for green. So,
Oh, sorry. Crab Queen said legendary quick walls earlier, and then said
I-
honestly the loop behind feudal is the funniest thing.
I hope Crab Queen is talking about these palisades here under the TC because yeah, those was that was something.
Those were some legendary quick walls. Oh.
So we have one skirm for Sled, and we're about to be against a crossbow Bodkin. I don't think walling this up is gonna work. I think we need to delete that gate. Oh, we deleted the veil instead of the gate.
Yeah.
Now the bright
too
side
close.
for Sled is that Bobble is really bad at keeping the TC producing, so we might still be okay in eco count. Also, this blacksmith should be here, part of a wall.
Yeah.
I think selling the stone was actually a big mistake, in my opinion, because if you get up a castle, you'd be in a much better position. Now the army's in, we have no
Or
siege
even just got
workshop.
up. Or even just got up a tower. You'd be in
Yeah,
much
or a
better
tower.
spot.
Like to protect this gold, which is now going to be slaughtered.
Like tower next to those gold vills, suddenly they don't have to run all the way back. They can just go right into the tower. Hopefully get some kills. This is GG.
Yeah, we built this thing in TC, but it doesn't secure any gold or stone. And
This is GG. Worker efficiency 50%. Like Reds
Oh
collected
no.
difference is at 1,000. No army out for Sled. I can't see this going anywhere good.
And the
If
mana arms are
if
still out.
I don't think he can deny this TC, but he should get some kills here.
So we have a Scorpion, but does it do enough? I don't know. Now we're 10 vills behind. So Bobble would have to idle the TC a lot. And we actually have 3 vills in queue, so I don't think it's going to happen in the near future. Migrating against the Scorpion.
Yeah.
15 vills in the TC.
Not just 10 vills behind, but 10 vills behind plus, you know, only one military unit out.
And we have like 1 farmer working and the rest are like watching in horror. We tried to garrison more units.
If you're gonna be
it's
10 vills
still...
behind, you better be ahead in military.
Which we are not. We have more crossbows coming in. Oh yeah. Castle on the forward gold. That's yeah, see, look, now Sled's going back to stone, but I think we should have saved our stone so we could get a castle up. If we got a castle up on our gold, we wouldn't be in this disastrous of a spot.
What you do directly before you call GG.
Where are the okay, here's the vills. I was wondering like where they were, but
in my experience. Yeah, but I mean, here comes the castle from Bobble.
GG is called.
GG, yeah.
I mean, so this looked like to me like things weren't that bad, but then Sled like made mistakes that made things even worse. You know? So things started out. We had no loom, men at arms, which was bad, right? That, to be clear, that's not good. But we pulled our vills away. We only lost 2, and it's okay. As a Malay, we have a vill advantage anyway, so it's not horrific.
I keep saying loom is overrated in T90's chat, just trying to bait someone into taking me seriously.
See, yeah, I mean, like, especially in this situation, which I think was really well played by Bobble, because like, whenever you're Bohemians, you're in like a map like this, you're expecting your opponent to think you might go fast castle wagons. So getting some aggression out, and I also liked how Bobble picked up loom. But anyway, so we had the aggression here, and like, okay, bad, but we pull back, and it's okay. We have a lot on stone. You can build a tower. Eventually, we'll build a castle. Then we queued loom behind feudal. Just not good, but it was still okay because we walled up on our wood line.
Loom behind feudal, don't even queue loom. Just forget it.
You just get the vill lead at least.
Just rush castle.
So then
try to get more TCs down.
You're
gonna need more vills.
Yeah. So then we had so at least the wood line was safe. And then we had a bunch of stone. We had a bunch of. It was kind of awkward, but it was okay. I think then you can get a range up, get some skirms out. That's fine. Maybe tower the gold, but I think whatever you do, especially since you're Malay, I think you just have to get the res, save your stone, maybe sell a little bit if you need, just for the gold, and then you need to get up to castle age and you need to drop a castle to secure this gold. Like, I think there's no chance if you don't secure the gold at all. But yeah, things kind of fell apart there for Sled, so might be another. I don't know. I mean, I was gonna say that. I mean, I said that Sled had a good shot in to contest, but I still think they could have. But I think I don't know what happened here. I feel like they just kind of fell apart, which I don't blame them. Like there's plenty of games I run that look like this. So
what did I say? I said before we went into this, I thought Sled was gonna run over Bobble.
Yeah, you even had the pun.
I thought Santa's sleigh was gonna run over Grandma Bobble.
Yeah, but it did not turn out to be true. Unfortunately for. Oh my God, we're into game 3 and they again.
Unfortunately, it's all been downhill for Sled.
It has been, including the color choices, which again.
That reminds me, I gotta pull up, replay my end. Even though I've just been watching your stream the entire time.
I think it was Sled is red, right? Sled's red, Bobble is green.
Yeah, Sled's red.
All right, hold on.
We're going with the rhymes.
Sled's red, Bobble's green.
All right, I'll wait at 10 seconds for you.
Okay. right, 1 second here. So we have game number 3 here. We have sled. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I have to wait for your countdown. Well, I'll get to 10 seconds. All right, you ready? 3,
No, I'm at
2,
10 seconds.
1. Now you can unpause. Now we're good. All right.
Cool.
So we're here on Northern Isles. We have Sled as the Armenians and Bobble as the Saracens. Both very good water civs. Now, like I said in the first game, it didn't look like Sled didn't know what to do, but maybe they're a little unused to, like the setup on Rockside's a little different than most water maps. Because here we have 2 bores, and as long as we actually scout those, which hopefully we will, we should still be okay. And I think, you know, with the Armenians, you have great galleys. They shoot an extra projectile, which you can basically think of as like a +1 damage. I'm pretty sure it always just does 1 damage. It's extra good against fires, for example. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see galleys from the Saracens here. They have faster firing galleys, so it's a good option. And this is a full water map, so the water.
I will never look at the Saracens the same
Since
after
what?
seeing them in 10x mode.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just think of them as market abuse.
They do. They still like their market, but it's not not as good in 10x, where the I don't know what the word for it, like the trade price. I don't know what the term is, but basically it's
Free money.
Yeah, everything is 1-to-1. I don't know if it's 1-to-1. It's just the way the market works, but yeah, basically the conversion rates don't change for you.
Oh
in
no!
10x,
If you
so.
continue to trade for stone, yeah, if you continue to trade for stone, you can slowly like increase your amount of gold you have, and then use that to buy other things.
Basically, you have infinite res in 10x.
You just gotta be really quick at clicking.
Yeah, it does take a lot of
Low ping is ping.
Bobble actually scouting the boars before Sled does. But Sled should see one of these boars here, and then this one sort of wanders. And we're going for it.
Oh yeah.
We're actually pushing a deer while we get the boar. Let's see if this... We didn't actually shoot with the TC, and then maybe because they're worried about the new... It's, Oh, and then the deer walks back. It's not new behavior, but it used to act like this, and then they changed it, and now it acts like it again to fix a different bug, so now it's annoying. So basically, if you have a TC that's shooting a boar right now, and then you ungarrison, and then you regarrison, it'll shoot the boar again. So if you regarrison a Vil when you're trying to save them, it can kill the boar. But you can actually, you can play around it. I've seen the pros, what they do. They pull in with the Vil, and then they just garrison that Vil during one of the shots, and then it's fine. Because basically you pull in the Vil, you shoot it with 5 Vils twice, and then
But the
you
good thing
ungarrison.
about that is you don't have to target the boar then with the TC.
Well, you have to target it first. So, you actually still do.
Oh, okay. It'll keep targeting it once you re-garrison.
That's right. So that can be a problem. But both players have found
So
their
basically,
workarounds.
the TC will hold a target.
Correct.
Even when it's not garrisoned.
Yes, that's
kind
right.
of.
I believe that's how it works, yeah. Bobble doesn't even do the boar luring trick, so they don't have to worry about that. So that works out for them.
Yeah. I'm with them on that. I never do the luring trick.
It's not that big of an efficiency, to be honest, but like once you start doing it, it's kind of, you just keep doing it. So so I accept, when I lose my boars, I accept
well,
it.
I kind of look at it. Yeah, I kind of look at it like there's more important things for me to learn.
100%.
There's other things I need to get better at.
Yeah,
first.
100%. It's like not high priority. But it's too late for me. It's like on Mired. You know, Mired, you get 3 or 4 boars, you're just fine. But I'm like, I can't stop there. I'm going to go for all the boars. And it doesn't matter. I'm not going to be stopped. I like this, where Bobble picked up some cows with the transport ship. Okay, we're going to click up pretty soon for Sled. And...
Smart. Smart, that's so annoying.
I haven't clicked up yet for Bobble.
Yo, Sled's gonna message just like, yo, bad map gen, I'm missing 2 cows.
Very unfortunate.
And Bob was just like, no. 2.
It was always 2. So this is a back dock from Bobble, which means that we are foregoing aggression, which is actually good because our opponents have to feudal first. We're foregoing aggression, maybe because they think they can't contest the Armenian galleys, I don't know. Which is unusual because Bobble seems like more of an aggressive player, so... But maybe we'll see a
Although
landing.
there aren't many very efficient fishing spots there for those ships.
Yeah, once we run out of this, and then things are going to be quite far. We'll see.
Yeah.
Second mule cart. Wait. Is it... I think Bobble's going fast castle. Wait. I mean, this is a really late click-up time.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going up to go... What, go I don't
Castle
know.
drop?
We're not on stone yet.
Castle drop on opponent's island?
We'll keep an eye out. It's possible. You already started the transport ship, so... Could be. And that would be in line with the way they seem to play the game.
Bobbles looked very strong in both series.
We have a 1 dock galley production from Sled. We scout the back dock. That's actually really good intel. Bobble wants to drop some palisades. Or sorry, Sled wants to drop some palisades. So I think he's thinking about being landed. But Bobble's doesn't not going for that right now, which is maybe the plan. Like, you play too aggressive, you make your opponent think you're going to land their island, but you don't. You go for fast castle instead. Galleys out for Sled, but it's not doing anything right now.
And then castle drop them.
Yeah, exactly.
Castle
now,
drop into GG.
We have a second dock for Bobble. I think it is going to be fast castle. Into what is the real question for me. Wow, this is some really expensive walls for Sled. I don't think these walls are worth it. I think you just drop outposts instead. 2 galleys now for Sled. Gonna look for damage in the back. Only 3 docks out for Bobble now. Oh, by the way, I don't know if Crab Queen's still here, but maybe I should explain the reason these are hidden identities. It's the hidden Christmas cup.
But yeah, you should.
It's the hidden Christmas cup. So
no, yeah, you should explain for the
watcher. This is a hidden. It's in the same style as T90's hidden cups, where no one knows the identities other than like the admins, and I guess you know your own identity, right? And we're trying to figure out who's who, and these are like community members of the Discords around. I don't know what's going on. We get to fast castle as a Saracen, we're building 4 docks. I don't know what this is. Fast castle into Bowsaw?
This is that.
Yeah, I don't know what
He's
this...
going all out eco. He's going all out eco fish boom.
I don't know what's happening here. Fast castle into War Galley? But you see how Sled's not that far behind in eco, so it's gonna be up to Castle Age pretty soon.
Fast castle into fun? Where are those fish going?
I think they're just trying to get away. What is this? What is this? I don't know what this is. There's also still 1 dock for Sled.
That was some good fish hiding there.
I don't like the 1 dock at all.
Yeah, that was some great fish hiding there by Bobble.
Oh, that's actually really... Yeah.
He really
you know what?
outmaneuvered Sled there.
I think Bobble is using the transfer to lure the galleys away from the fishing ship, which is really good. I also hate how Sled is not dropping a dock on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going
I
for
just realized that Bobble got the fish away.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know if they're going to scout that. We have our vills in this transport ship, so we're going for our own landing, actually.
Castle Age.
Okay.
Here we go.
So what?
Interesting. Both on castle. But neither's on stone.
I don't know what... I don't know why. Why did we go fast castle? Huh?
Siege?
I don't... I don't see any.
What is yeah, what is Bobble's plan here?
What?
Bobble doesn't even have any vills queued right now.
So normally, when you go fast castle like this with no plan,
Okay, Bobble just queued some up now.
yeah, you can get punished. But of course, you can't hit the land on this map so easily. Oh, forward fortified church from Sled. Okay. Interesting.
Ooh.
And we have Town Watch.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Why? Yeah, I forgot Armenians don't really need the stone with those fortified churches.
Yeah, I get like it kind of looks like they would, but it's just a monastery, right? So. I really don't know why we went fast castle if we're just gonna produce 4 galleys, and we didn't even get war galley until just now. I mean, our opponent is on 1 dock, too. So, like, what? Sled, build a dock on their back,
What
please.
is the plan?
What is going on? Bobble
Yeah.
spotted the church. It's building a barracks now. I think both
Demo
players.
raft. He's going all in demos.
Yeah, we should get the war galley upgrade. We're gonna do that. Forward fortified church. I think both players are confused. I feel like both are like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
Got a warrior priest coming forward, which is
Another
nice.
fortified church.
Okay, we have to garrison for that to actually shoot
Although
arrows.
that fortified church is right next. Okay, we got warrior priests coming out.
Ooh, stable from Saracen player. Okay, interesting. The warrior priest
How
is
will
actually.
the warrior priests do here?
It's pretty strong. We can actually grab this relic. It's actually nice. That it's
11
there.
attack. That's some good attack.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna. They're gonna destroy these vills here.
Like, that guy's no slouch.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty jacked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken that fight if I were him. Those vills do 3 damage right now. Which,
Yeah, not worth.
you know, isn't great when someone has 1 armor. 2 damage per hit. And then they heal each other up. Oh my god, that is the most frustrating thing ever.
They do die to like have though, because they're still monks. So that's something to keep in mind. Oh, we're not gonna grab.
Oh, true.
I wish Sled's not gonna grab this relic, which makes me sad. It's right there.
Damn. This is a great rush, though. This is really cool.
Only thing is now we have
I've never seen
scouts.
an Armenians warrior priest rush.
Thing is, we can. So this is the big problem with warrior priests is they just die to scouts, which is. We also are missing like any upgrades on them, which would make a difference.
Yeah, that's sad.
Drop a second TC.
That's sad.
Why is Sled not building another dock and making navy? They're the Armenians.
Yeah,
they
you
have
really should have just.
stronger
You
count.
should have just added a couple Pokeboys, honestly. Instead of the 3
Yeah, some
fortified
spears.
churches,
Some
you should've
spears would
dropped-
be nice. Yeah. Another fortified church. So again, this is cool and all, but you have to garrison them for them to shoot arrows. So, I mean, if you garrison a
Yeah.
relic, it will actually shoot arrows. But we're not picking up the 1 relic we see. All right, I need to calm down.
Oh my god.
Forward siege. Okay, well, you know, at least Sled is making things messy for Bobble, which is good because
Well, at least this fortified church is in range of the gold. You know? He
That's
pushed
true,
for the
yeah.
gold. But you know, Bobble's already taken another gold.
yeah, it's not like a killing blow, but it is nice. Our opponent has a mangonel now. We're gonna have 1 soon.
Better than nothing.
I mean, it's a slight eco lead for Sled, but not a huge deal. We're actually getting redemption for
Yeah.
Sled, but you actually have to use. That's only good for your actual monks, not your warrior priests.
Which he can afford 1 now. He's on gold now though, so he can start pumping out some monks if he wants to. But again, Bobble's on scouts, so
Yeah, I mean it's awkward. They can at least
okay.
they can garrison in the church, which is nice.
Yeah. Scouts are pretty good against both mangonels
Oh.
and you know,
Now
warrior priests. So
I-
it's tough.
I feel like Sled doesn't know the Armenians that well. Like maybe thinks the fortified churches are a little stronger than they are. It doesn't have murder
Yeah,
holes.
I think he had like some ideas, but he didn't realize how easily
I also
Bobble could counter it.
not just going for like more galleys in the water is strange to me.
Murder holes. I agree. Murder holes would have been massive, and I honestly think murder holes is something that you don't see enough of. I think people should.
Well, it does cost a university and stone, so it's kind of hard to squeeze in.
Well,
But with how much wood we spent
yeah.
on these churches, we probably could afford it.
Yeah.
Did we just
I'm
delete
saying,
our TC?
if you're going for a tower rush, like if
Baggy.
you're going for some sort of.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry to slap, but I gotta go back. Hold on.
What just happened?
Oh, that is a delete.
What just?
Oh,
Oh my
no.
God. Oh God, that's rough.
Okay, well,
Oh, that's full tilt from there.
and now our
That's something that will completely throw his brain off. Like
rush
his mind is not on the front of this fight.
Yeah,
Like,
I
is
mean,
not on this fight anymore.
if you were already kind of off, I mean, now the demo wraps. Like, it's like, I don't know what happened this game.
Although he is converting, he has been converting these barracks, which is pretty nice. He's about to convert the stable too, if he can get it. He's got a Pokeboy out. Can you get the monk back though?
Maybe we could
No,
put some
I think the
spheres.
monk's. Oh, he got
Oh.
the monk back.
I'm gonna actually convert this stable instead. Oh, oh no, you gotta
Yeah.
commit to that
No, yeah.
conversion. Or maybe not. I think I actually got untime. It's fine.
Wait, did you? Yeah. Are you? I think you might be slightly behind me. Did you
Oh.
pause for a second?
Yeah, I'll pause. I'm at 27:51.
Or no. Oh, okay. No, you keep going. Tell me when you hit 28:14.
Oh, okay. I'm not there yet. This is a bit of a mess. I think it still favors Bobble.
Yeah, just give me a 3, 2, 1.
All right.
28:14.
I'm almost there. I am 3, 2, 1. All right, we should be in sync now. We have the Rams rushing down the. We actually converted this dock, which is funny. But the monk does die to the mangonel. I think.
Yeah.
I like Sled's idea of making it messy for our opponent, but I think we made things a little too messy, and we made it messy for ourselves. I do like converting the docks, though. That's good.
Yeah. Didn't get the. I don't think he has the correct upgrades for what he's going for right
mean,
now.
Like,
And
just
it's like the
bonk
mangonel. Mangonel counters all this, you know. Like, what are you gonna do against a mangonel now?
We can convert it, but not if our scouts, not if the scouts rush down our monk, right? Now they're gonna rush down the monk.
Oh, did he get the upgrade, or do Armenians get that for free?
Which
Did he
one?
get redemption? To convert siege.
Yeah, he got redemption. I saw it. Because he converted all the buildings, so he has to have redemption.
Oh yeah. He's definitely got his monk upgrades.
Getting wheelbarrow.
Now, Bobble does have a much more valuable army at this point. They are even on eco. And Bobble is doing some nice damage. He just got rid of Sled's... Whoa, sorry, one of Sled's markets. Sled has 2 markets.
So, the funny thing here, like, I look at this, I'm like, Bobble should be way ahead. But we have 15 minutes of idle TC time. So the eco count is actually still pretty even, which is funny. We even deleted...
It's still going up pretty quick.
Sled deleted the TC, so wasn't producing out of that the whole time. But the ILT7 is so bad for green. Oh, well, I mean, it's still not good. We have 20 army versus 3. Sled is going up to imp, but
Oh my gosh.
I think they like need a castle or something, or like some sneak docks. Like we can't let these galleys destroy this blacksmith and get all this damage in. I think if we get back on water, we still have a shot.
But yeah, so this is why. So with Powmat, what I tell him is that he needs to just keep a post-it note on his computer screen that just says "keep making mills." You know.
Yeah.
and he needs it right in front of his face for the entire game.
But yeah,
it'll pay off.
For me, it's a reflex, and I overproduce fills at some point, but it's still better than not producing them because like Bobble should be way ahead, but is like only just now getting a lead.
Yeah. If I'm not under pressure, I'll make sure I'm always making them. And if I'm under pressure, I'm trying my best, you know? My best just isn't that great.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta start somewhere. So, Sled is now building a TC, third TC, it's very late though. These palaces are actually kind of just annoying for our pathing now. Yeah, Sled really needs something. I mean, we're going to Imp, but we're not really posed to do anything with it. I mean, we can make a Droman immediately from the dock on the enemy lines, which is nice, but okay, now
Bobble is freaking banking gold.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot of gold.
What does Bobble need all that gold for?
We're just gonna buy some Bugattis, that's all.
Oh my god.
So we're up to Imp, and we have 2 docks in the back. It's super late, but at least we have them. We're gonna go for a heavy demo. Okay. Now we're on stone. Yes.
Oh, alright.
Very late for Sled, though. I'm getting careening. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, obviously, but now Bobble gets up to Imp.
Yeah, let's see. This is an interesting plan. God, let's see if it pays off.
I think, like, Sled could have added docks and added more navy at some point while Bobble was worried about.
Oh, I love that
mess.
I just realized what those ships are.
Oh yeah, yeah, shooting Christmas trees. I think it's the scorpions shoot Christmas trees as well. Oh, okay. So we have a heavy demo ship at least. So these are pretty nasty. The Armenians actually get an upgrade, a unique tech, that increases the blast radius, but we need a castle for that, of course. So. Right now we're just getting our TC pummeled. We're looking for some damage to the demos.
That doesn't feel great.
University. Okay, Sled's going around the back. That demo does not... Okay. I mean, the hit, it's good, but... Yeah, I think this Galley cluster is better for you, but... The thing is, the demos, like, all they do is kill the enemy navy. They don't actually give you control. Which is what you want.
Too little, too late.
Okay, they're coming in.
I'm really I think we're starting to struggle here a bit on the dialogue, so I'm gonna leave you to cast the rest of this one.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have not too much left to say here. I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties, but thank you for being with me anyway, Baggy. I appreciate it.
No, dude. No, I'm not leaving. I'm still here, but just I'm not gonna talk.
Yeah.
Because I can't really follow what you're saying.
Now we have.
But no worries, dude.
Now we have a castle on the shoreline on Sled's Island. And now we're getting a heavy plow. We're floating 2,000 wood. I mean, the thing is, if Sled wanted to get back on water, we had to do it way earlier while Bobble was worried about cleaning up our, like, fortified church rush. And all we're doing is making demos, which again isn't going to do the job, really. Now we're building a castle. We're building a fortified church to deny the castle, but then, yeah, Bobble just deletes it and it's just going to reposition. We're getting in chemistry now, so Bobble can think about cannon galleons in the near future. Yeah, this castle ranges 2 TCs. Floating a lot of gold for Bobble as well. We're gonna build a castle for Sled, I think, but Its castle doesn't really do anything for us. I mean, I am kind of out of things to say at this point. No offense to Sled, but I think things just kind of fell apart for them. It's kind of similar to the previous games where it didn't look like they were, like they had no chance, but at some point they just sort of lost the plot. I think they sort of didn't have much of a solid plan for what they were gonna do, and Bobble just took a firmer position. You know, like the fortified church roads didn't do much. Bobble had all the navy, got all the control of the water. Bosaw coming in at 42 minutes.
Can't afford any trebs. Oh, you just bought the treb. Alright, we got a treb out.
Treb is out. 2 trebs. This castle can also be ranged by a cannon galleon.
Or not out, but coming up for.
Yeah,
Sled.
coming up soon. Ballistics coming in. We're missing bracer for Bobble, but hopefully we'll get that soon. Losing a bunch of vills. At least we have the Droman for Sled, but yeah, Bobble can build some docks here, and then like there's just no chance for Sled to come back on water at all. And this castle will go down. We don't really have the stone to repair. I mean, we could buy some, but we don't have the eco to buy that much. We're getting husbandry now for green. For our Mamluks. We're sniping the mule cart here. It's a nice shot of the Dromans, but not quite enough. Yeah, now we're out of stone. Pair this. And Bubble has way more stone. I mean, just has way more res in general. Also, 32 minutes of idle TC time, and we're not top capped.
He had to buy stone there.
Yeah, and
He has the gold.
Prices aren't going to be good because we're against Saracens.
He just bought a bunch of wood. Fortified churches?
We do have 2.
This is our Alamo.
I don't know if monks are going to do the job here.
Mamelukes are just so tanky, man.
Ich live lag. I think that's something to do with there being lag, but I don't I don't know exactly. And that is GG. So it's
I am lag. I am lag. Ich lieb lag.
I think ich benign isn't that I am? Like ich benign benign, or was that
I am.
that was a
So he is so league. I think
miscorrect.
it would be like I am lagging.
Oh,
Would be the translation there.
well, that's unfortunate. May have explained some of Sled's plays, but I mean, I still think Sled just didn't really have a great strategy. I mean, I don't know what Bobble was doing, going fast castle into just 4 dock production on the back. I don't know
I
what
mean,
that.
it worked.
But then, I mean, the thing is, the Sled just didn't. I mean, the fortified church rush was good to distract your opponent, but I think you had to do something behind it. Like, you either had to add TCs and boom them earlier, or you had to get water control. I think that's maybe the biggest thing Sled didn't do was add, like, water.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it kind of felt like to me like Sled just wasn't well prepared for this set and
Yeah,
didn't have a strategy.
It also, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it felt like Bobble had a bit higher APM and just a bit more room to focus on different parts of the map.
Well, it's funny you say that because actually, Bobble has a lower APM, and I think
Oh, really?
the reason
Well,
it feels like that for you is because Bobble, I think, did a better job of focusing on what they needed to do.
yeah, okay. So I think they spread their APM out more
Right.
to different places.
I-
I think that's where we're seeing that.
I think Bobble was able to
Um,
focus on the things that were more important.
Yeah, and map control just became a massive thing for him.
Yeah.
Once he was able to establish map control, it was just a roll from there.
Yeah. So I mean, so it's gonna go forward for Bobble, and I'm gonna pull up the players here. So actually, hold on, let me take a look at the bracket first. So for the bracket
Very
going
cool set though.
forward, so let's see. So it was Fairy Lights that won the first one we saw, and then Bobble won the second one. So it'll be Fairy Lights versus Bobble on
Mm.
their side of the uh, bracket, and then tomorrow we have
We're getting to it.
yeah, we're getting close to the final. Tomorrow we have Snowman versus Grinch and Chimney versus Candy Cane. So I'm trying to think about what players we saw today. I think Bobble definitely could be Huggy. Huggy likes demos. We saw a lot of demos from him. We didn't see a lot of eco. We saw a lot more aggression. So it kind of
Yeah.
fits his
We
his
we need a promo like can the Grinch ruin so and so's Christmas?
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Can the Grinch steal their Christmas?
Good question. And as for the opponents, I mean, it kind of felt like similar to the some of the previous sets, where it's kind of hard to say who the opponents were because I think they were kind of behind, and I don't think when you're behind, you don't. It's kind of hard to tell who you are, to be honest. Oh, wait, hold on. In fact, I'm just realizing something. If you look at Lorhe player card, it says late surrender. And I think we did see some
Oh,
late surrenders from what was the I don't remember the name. It was Bobble versus oh god. Bobble versus Sled.
yeah.
So
Wait, this series, yeah.
maybe Sled was Lorhe
I
after
mean,
all.
yeah. Sled did wait some out.
Hmm.
I don't think the surrenders were too late though. Like none of them were unreasonable. He liked to kind of wait and see if he still had a chance, but
I
but
mean,
none of them went on to a point where I was just like, all right,
it wasn't like yeah, I mean it wasn't like super late surrender. I mean part of it is also like as a player you don't always know the full situation.
yeah,
And I think most of the cases they were just kind of looking to see if maybe there was still a chance, like maybe there was still some opportunity.
true.
I don't think
I
it's too
guess these
unreasonable.
are cards players submitted for themselves too,
Right, that's
and
correct.
oftentimes people aren't the best judges of themselves.
Yeah, and also we saw some German, and Laura is German. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a
and
big clue there.
if a lot of people guess Sled is Lorhe, then maybe they think they're not as worried about hiding their identity. I don't know. I mean,
So we might have Lorhe and Huggy here.
we do have a lot of German players, though, to be fair. So that doesn't give
Yeah,
like that itself doesn't tell too much.
not just in the tournament, in the community.
Yeah, there are a lot of German players in general. So I think, I mean, so I think that was probably Lorhe versus Huggy, and then the other set we saw earlier today. I think it was probably Orko versus someone. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the big question, right?
I don't know who the other player was. Another player didn't see neck come from
Who was
water.
Santa Claus?
Yeah, who was Santa
Who's
Claus?
Saint Nick?
I don't know, to be honest. Mm,
Ugh, but those were some good games. I mean, both were 3-0, which, you know, I always like to see a 5 game set, but 3-0s, as long as the games are still good, I'm happy. And those were fun games to watch.
yeah, a lot of nice aggression. I think it's kind of interesting. You sort of see like how Ball, for example, I would not call them an eco-based player, right? But I think they made things messy for their opponent and like just kept being annoying in their face.
Yeah.
So I think it's always hard to make good plays. Like I ran into this in a recent WWC set I played where I feel like I could play well against someone who plays more standard, but my opponent was just so aggressive I didn't have good enough defense, so
Yeah.
things
I do feel like Bob was good at balancing it. Like he goes for the aggression. You know, he's not fully focused on the aggression as some people might. Like I had said this earlier. But he I think he balances his APM well between his aggression and his ego.
yeah. It's always good. I think
Um,
it's a good way to play when Like you sort of get an advantage with your army, and then you add a bunch of eco behind.
Yeah. Baba was also very good at telling where his opponent was at and sort of how to take advantage of their current situation.
Yeah, I think seem pretty comfortable on the maps. I think it'll be interesting to see when Bobble and Fairy Lights go up against each other because they both seem like they're pretty comfortable on water maps. Um,
Yeah, that's going to be a cool series.
so
These players both seem prepared, and I'm sure they're going to be preparing even more
they're also
for the semifinal.
they're also both pretty aggressive. It seems like both Fairy Lights and Bobble. So we'll kind of see whose aggression works out between two of
Yeah,
them.
this is a cool, pool of players. Everyone seems to be having fun with it and just going all in.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it. I mean, it's kind of a brief cast. I was sort of expecting it to last longer. Not that's a huge deal.
Well,
Um,
more time to enjoy your Saturday. Watch some other Age of Empires casts.
yeah, exactly.
Relax,
I think
You had the stress of running the stream, man.
there's a WWC going on. I think it's the semifinals, isn't it? Yeah, quarterfinals was this past week. So I think
Wait, that's the current T90
yeah,
Cup,
it's current
correct?
T90. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll probably watch some of that.
so that'd be fun. But yeah, I guess I have
I always
nothing.
like to go in his chat and see if Powmat's there.
Yeah,
Half
yeah,
half the time he is.
lurking around. So you have any closing notes for us, Baggy?
Very good cast. I enjoyed it. I think you had some spot on commentary and your predictions. Dude, I think you got to be a little I think you got to go out a little further on a limb with your predictions because all of your predictions came accurate in this one.
True. Well, I did mention maybe we see Sicilians on fortified freeze, which we didn't. So
Yeah, we need some edgier predictions from you, so we start, we need some misses in there too.
unfortunately,
Lately, it's just been too many accurate predictions.
unfortunately, I'm just a little too familiar. Like I've watched a lot of these games, and I've actually played on these maps because I did a show match for the
Yeah,
Hidden
you need
Cup.
to be like, okay, they will build
You'll see
two turtle
a
ships,
wonder, fast infant wonder drop.
23 castles.
Yes, yeah, 23 castles. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. So I actually will be live tomorrow with the next quarterfinals, which let's take a look at the bracket.
Oh, nice, and you're on YouTube, so I can watch.
So we have Grinch versus Snowman and Chimney versus Candy Cane. I don't really have. Well, actually, hold on. Snowman, I'm pretty sure is Harry T. So Harry T. He likes to play Turks a lot. He likes CA. He's more of an aggressive player as well. I say he's less of a macro player. He likes fast castle into unique unit as well. Um, the
You
Grinch, I
guys all
don't.
know each other too well. It's like T90's Hidden Cup. Everyone knew the pros too well at this point. They just
Yeah,
watched too much
yeah,
Age
I
of
know.
Empires, and by the last round, I think there were like, two or three surprises in there, but everyone knew who was T90's or not T90's Hera's
I think
character.
Vasco da Gama, wasn't it, in the last one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vasco the Gamer. That's what they were all
Vasco
calling
da
him.
Gamer. That's good. Well, I mean, that's the whole point, right? You're trying to guess, use your knowledge that you have. I don't
Yeah.
know. So some guesses we had for Chimney was Javisti, but it could honestly, like a lot of these players could be. I mean, Candy Cane, Chimney, other than Snowman. I think Snowman's Harry T pretty good percent. The other ones could kind of be a lot of the players though. They play kind of
Dude, I'm just
strong.
sad we're not gonna see any more Chris games.
Yeah, or Maxi games. But
I enjoyed which one was who was Maxi?
Maxi was, I mean, we don't know this, but if you go watch Christmas Bell versus Snowman, like it was definitely Maxi. We
Uh
had like aggressive Archer, Forwardville with Loom. I mean, even on the maps you can't lame, he still went forward and he tower
and
rushed. I
then
mean,
Maxi probably like went in chat and
he,
spoiled
he
it.
also he also tried to be he pretended to be German, which is really funny. Uh, so
That,
yeah,
that that's a very Maxi thing to do too.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I guess that's all for me.
Yeah.
And Yeah, thanks
Well,
for
thank
coming
you,
on,
dude.
Baggy. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming here. I apologize to everyone for all the technical difficulties, but I don't know.
thank you for
That's
hosting me.
I unfortunately
Yeah, it was
not sure I
good.
could do much.
Everything went fine.
Yeah.
Remember Wololo?
Yeah, exactly. And that well, nothing was that is that I didn't
Was it
start
that?
late. I didn't start late, so I mean,
Yeah,
I'm one up on them.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's all. So that's all for today, and I'll be back live tomorrow at I think it's 14 GMT. Yeah, but that's all. All right, folks. I'll see you later.